Oh, welcome back, my friends. You want to come jump in my bouncy house? Bouncy houses, can you believe it? Come, bring your family and let's celebrate this brutal double child homicide together. Maybe you can buy some of my merch. But most importantly, you must bounce in the bouncy houses. $12,000 worth of bouncy houses. Nothing says misappropriation of any sort of funds than $12,000 of bouncy houses. Oh, friends, I'll never forget that. Hello, sweetie. Come dance in my bouncy house. I don't know. It's just something I came up with on... It's AI, Monkey Mind. Something I came up with on AI Music Machine. It's supposed to be mysterious and true crime-esque. Mr. Heavy Speed, did you get your money back from that Go Fraud Me? Let me see here. That'll be a good place right here, I think. All right. Enough being mystified. Cut the music. There we go. Friends, welcome back to the show. I spent the afternoon catching up with the things that we talked about in the previous live stream. If you haven't caught up yet, make sure you catch it. Hit that thumbs up. It helps me out. I never ask you, so I may as well mention it. That's what the handbook says here on YouTube. Anyway, I don't know whether to laugh or cry at this. Now I'm starting to understand a whole lot better about what you guys were going on about. I don't really necessarily hold anything against the girls over there. It's just how they're being used and manipulated. You know. Where should we start tonight? So tonight, where do you? I can't even see myself here. Hold on. How am I supposed to look at myself? There I am. Hello self, and hello everybody else. Listen, welcome in, friends. I was listening to Dolly earlier. I was over listening to 1111 True Crime. She had a really good live stream today in regards to this. She broke down the scenario with this play she was trying to turn on these fundraising, the funds towards the fundraiser that was, or GoFundMe, I should say, that was set up earlier. The one that they canceled and took down, and there's a great big note. I've got some screenshots we can look at. You guys have all probably already seen it, but just for the sake of a complete show for those who haven't, we'll take a look at that. But this buffoon, the people that Maleyha surrounded herself with, this Cheryl, is a piece of work. Oh my God. Oh my God. This response that she had on Facebook to somebody was very surprising. Dolly, I got it over at Dolly's. he did a stream a little bit earlier about how there is a lot of infighting amongst Maleyha's crew at this point in time, and there is. And they're all fussing about, and that's really what's occurring in that sense. Nobody's purposefully making this any more complicated than it needs to, other than the people that are involved. And there's always going to be a bleeding heart that believes everything that they say. And I cannot believe that somebody came up with the idea of breaking down the costs and allotting at this point in time of where we are in this particular case, that they're going to have some sort of family night fundraiser next week at such short notice. And they want to spend $12,000 on bouncy houses, bouncy castles. Like, what the fuck? Do you own the bouncy castle business? Heaven's sakes. Talk about inappropriate. This is from the person, this is Lana, the individual that raised money for the first candlelight vigil, or whatever you want to call it, that they had over there. God damn. So that's what we're dealing with in that sense. Now, do you need to go on about it? Probably. Marilyn Kube, Cheryl the half-sister, or Haley. Cheryl the half-sister. She's not a sister at all. She's not a sister to Maleyha, is she? It doesn't matter. She's still a tool. She's a pink-haired freak that you see in the beach picture. And she has got a real fucking toot on her. She needs to be straightened out. So she's publicly dressing down people that are otherwise supposed to be assisting from that camp. The camp of suspicion in that circumstance. And I understand that she's also a mother. Oh, that looks really good on you. Let's see if I can't pull that up right here. We can scrutinize it a little bit. We could break some balls. Hold on here. What the hell do we got? Oh, so I was doing something else as well. I thought that was really interesting, I should mention. So I was playing around with Google Earth, and I was checking it out from all the different dates that they've taken an overhead shot from back to 1985. And it's not all that good up to a certain date, but still. That skeezy RV is relatively new in that sense. There's all kinds of earthworks being done around there. Like, they're digging half of that ridge, that hill out, whether to give them more space and grade down that property to make it one level property. But you can see it. Like, that hill used to go right behind there where the RV is, before the RV was even around. I'll show you a picture of what it looked like in 2018, for example. You can go up to Google Earth and see it right now. I'll show you that image right here, because it is interesting to take a look. How should I do that? Let me see. Whoop, I don't want to look at that. Not that. Silly. Let me see here. 1407 NS 289 West River Station, Nova Scotia. Here we go. Here's one view of it. I'm having a look at a picture here, and I'll take a look at this. There's that rusty old... Doesn't this place look so much better way back in 2018 on your screen? And you see right now, knowing that driveway, what it looks like. Take a look what it looked like way back in 2018 and see all of the earth that they moved out, they dug out in the backyard there. Now, does it mean anything? Nah, who knows? It means that they're active in let's say, geoengineering the particular ground back there where the grandma or Janie was claiming to, be putting a kiddie pool out in the middle of the effing driveway. There's overhead shots too that you can see stark differences in, which is just interesting because it gives you a different view of how things came to be. So the woodshed's still there. And it looks really fresh. If you notice, like in recent photos, it all looks so very recent, like it could have been done within days. And is that how Darren Geddes fits into this? Because we know he has some sort of excavating business, or we understand he does. Whether that's true or not, who's to know at this point in time? Don't let it get you too distracted. Now, I thought that was interesting. Let's see what else I pulled out of my tickle trunk. Let me see here. Yeah, it's this one right here. This is kind of going to be fuzzy for you guys to look at, but it's a screenshot of a screenshot. It's one of those things. What the hell happened here? Where did it go? No, not that. Hold on. I'll do it one better. Now you can really see this Cheryl's character come out. No wonder Janie went after her in the driveway. She's a little biatch. And don't we know Ronnie Black from this particular live chat? I think Ronnie's been in here before, nonetheless. This is from Facebook, as you can see, and it says, Maleyha and Cheryl trying to get their grubby hands on the money raised by the fundraiser. Effing disgusting. I agree with that. She should have 1,000 thumbs up on that, 1,000 likes. This Leslie Dunbar says, Ronnie Black. She tags her in at Ronnie Black, just like Candace Bly Wells. Perhaps. Wait for it, though. So here's this Cheryl Christini. Maybe, so she tags this Lana King. She tags this Lana King, which is the person that organized this GoFraudMe. Maybe Lana King should clear this up because Belinda is nothing but a liar. Can you believe the gall on this little one? Maybe Lana King should clear this up because Belinda is nothing but a liar. Janie was more of a grandmother to Lily and Jack than she was. Oh, right. Where were you again, Belinda, for the last 2 years? And where's your son? Where's your son been the last 3 years? Both. Not seen, not found, but all of a sudden you want to... Can you fucking believe this is coming from a goddamn... Can you believe this already? It's so hard to read. This fucking bitch. Listen, don't let them cause divide between you. Like, Belinda is in a hard place, and God bless her. You don't really have much of a right to speak when you're protecting one of the prime suspects in the probable homicide of their 2 kids. And we're going to get into just the actual citing of the case law that says that they can proceed with no body in all of this based on what? Based on what? Circumstantial evidence, biatch. Okay? Circumstantial evidence. And it fits primarily all the criteria you need to process this to court. So there is hope at the end of this. You know, it's not like we necessarily need a body, especially when we have such alibis blatantly changing. It's just a matter of time, God bless you. Let me see. Oh, God damn it. So it says, and where's your son been? Meaning Cody, for the last 3 years. Where have you been for the last 3 years? Cheryl? Both not seen, not found, but all of a sudden you want to be a grandmother of the year and get your 15 minutes of fame from all the lies you tell? How do you know what's true and what's not? This one's a zipperhead. If this tragic situation never happened, would you have reached out to your grandkids between May and now? I doubt it. Doubt is spelt in all caps. Fuck, that's a mouthful, isn't it? She has a lot of gall. Oh, fuck that. She's not doing herself any favors with this post. Oh, shit. So this is the sort of thing that's going on at the moment. It's not even sourced from outside, you know, individuals at this point in time. It's all internally. They're all fussing and fighting. Nobody's getting $12,000 worth of fucking blow-up castles, jumpy castles, to put in some sort of random backwoods fucking Lansdowne station as a fundraiser. Oh, boy. That's got to be the dumbest fucking idea ever, especially when your main priority should be finding where Jack and Lilly are at this point in time. Heaven's sakes. Who irritates you, Tammy Burke? How dare you? Cheryl? Man. Major mistake. What's going on there, Lori McNutt? You voiced your opinion that turned my stomach for her to be a little genie about the way she walked, talked, and the way she dressed. You guys are just itching to fucking tear her apart, I can tell. Cheryl needs to go back to her corner and do her thing, in your opinion, Lori? That makes me laugh a little bit. Listen, you don't like the truth, Cheryl, is what you don't like. You're showing your character when you have responses to what would otherwise be a random stranger. But this is what happens up in these Facebook groups, right? I love that shit. Well, a little bit of me does. Makes me laugh. You're nuts. You're absolutely nuts, and you're showing it. You're crazy as showing. Cooper, Lori, okay, I called her nasty, then she started yelling at you too. I just don't see what you said. So, last night I asked, or not last night, what am I talking about? Earlier on, I better pull this up. Let me see here. So I went and searched out, you guys were all talking about Sunny. So I went and took the transcript. I analyzed the goddamn thing. And it went and it picked out all kinds of different instances where Sunny was mistreating Belinda Gray up there. It didn't really pull out much. I mean, I ordered it to find me stuff, so it found me stuff, but I don't know if I hold it against her in that sense because it wasn't really all that interesting. Just responses to Belinda's emotional disclosure and timestamps. I'm not going to hold that against her necessarily because I asked the AI to find something for me. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just nitpicking. I don't want to nitpick. The decision to exclude Belinda from further discussion, not necessarily, can't really say that that's true. It's just the AI. Let me see here. What I was looking for is details regarding this GoFundMe fundraiser from this and how that went down. So, let me skip ahead a little bit. Not right now, my dear. Let me see. Did you see the response? So the response from this Lana as to the reasons why she canceled the fundraiser, because it was a stupid fucking idea at this point in time to begin with. Zipperhead. What a dumb ass. She wants to blame it on outside, unforeseen forces, in other words. She wants to put blame on all the drama that people are putting on them as opposed to them even having a stupid fucking idea in the first place. Listen, the damage is done, guys. You can't come back from this one. You can try. Good luck with that. Nobody wants to go to your stupid fucking fundraiser. It's inappropriate. It makes no sense. The dumbest fucking idea ever. Why don't you take some of that hard-earned money and go buy some divers to explore Lansdowne Lake there? Get some cadaver dogs for a week. They're just looking for any reason to raise money, to have an ability to talk you into parting with your hard-earned cash and lining their pockets. Most every charity in that sense is a fucking con, is a scam. Keep your money. Tell them to fuck themselves. No one is bringing their kids to the fundraiser, Maleyha, respectfully. Hey, could you imagine? Like, you want to bring your kids and celebrate two kids who were brutally murdered just recently. Oh, but they're Maleyha, part of the proceeds are going to go to these children. All of these false hopes and promises that she's trying to instill in people. She wouldn't even show her goddamn face up on that panel. And she's doing that in front of Belinda in that sense. That's inappropriate, torturous, and it shows just how guilty you are there, sunshine. Just add it to the mound of circumstantial evidence. Inconsistencies. Lori McNutt, you can blame YouTube creator for the bullshit. What are you talking about? She's the one that started all this deal GoFundMe. The poor lady got in the middle of it. Who are you talking about, Lori? Who started the GoFundMe? If Lana's name's on it, then that's who's going to be feeling the wrath of the public in that sense. You cringe too, Queez. I hear you. Slim Pickens, what's shaking? If the area is economically struggling, what part isn't? How can they afford to attend or give a fundraiser? Because they're putting all the costs back onto the people, convincing them that it's a good idea to give them money so that they can go and plan these events rather than go forward with the events, suck the cost up, and try to recoup your money like it should be. That's how you know it's a goddamn con. You feel so powerful about something, you split the bill. All right? You split the bill. That you can take all the glory. You don't need a bunch of people to be giving you fucking money for no particular reason based off the fact that you recognize them as sympathetic. You're manipulating them, motherfucker. And that bitch Maleyha is itchy right there, eager to take her cut in the circumstance. She's negotiating her endorsement of this, was what she's doing, guys. She's negotiating her endorsement of this particular fraudulent GoFundMe. This Lana is some idiot that's involved was involved in the candlelight vigil that they had back in June, where Daniel and everybody showed up and gave, a smile and a cry for the camera. So she's really pushing a false narrative out there at this point in time, considering what's prevalent, and that's inconsistencies in their alibis and contradictions nonstop, lies over lies. Yeah, where are Jack and Lilly? Brenda Cheek wants to know. Cheryl, you're conveniently forgetting that Maleyha's family had moving van ready back in December, honey, to take her and the kids away from a toxic environment. She canceled the day before she had support, so why blame Cody and Belinda? Right, Cody and Belinda, it's worth mentioning for those who don't know at this point in time, according to Belinda, when they split a couple years ago, she went to court in order to obtain full custody, and that meant icing the paternal side out of her children's lives. I wonder how much of an influence old Daniel had on that. More than he should, I bet. Dudes be jealous of Cody. They should be getting people in the communities there to go searching. Teresa. You can use the funds for water, drinks, and food. Yeah, those are great ideas. Those things happen in that sense, but it's not necessarily something that you need to go and raise money for. Go and organize the fundraiser and then do a live stream trying to spread awareness about that particular search. And then people will certainly send money at that point in time to help you recoup the expenses you've incurred. That's some sort of exchange first, honey. IMO, you think Daniel's putting her up to it? They're opportunistic addicts. You're not fooling me one bit. I no longer sympathize with either of them in that sense. Monkey Mind, you're upset at Sunny? What are you putting all of this on her in this circumstance? I didn't find anything really that she did wrong. Mind you, I didn't watch it. I just read the transcripts. How many Wiccans are in here right now? Hopefully none. Why do you say that, Mr. Hemi? What are you talking about? Excuse me for coughing in your ear. Excuse me, all the heck. Jumpers, could this be Danny behind the scenes trying to make Maleyha look bad? What, by just going around in a Maleyha-like account? Who knows? I don't know. I doubt it. Not from the way it looks at this point in time. I don't want to tell you what it is and it's not. I know what it shouldn't be included in any of this. It's just occurring in the background. It's internal drama, and they're all having disagreements at this point in time because nobody's believing them, okay? Nobody's standing for this bullshit. These are child killers, and why the fuck do these people continue to insist on putting some sort of positive spin on it to make this situation into a positive when so much tragedy has occurred? Why don't you respect the scenario? Otherwise, you don't learn. And every scenario like this becomes normalized and a reason for you to go and celebrate and bring all your kids and buy your fucking merch. Get lost. So unfucking necessary at this point in time, and bringing up the local school kids and everything as well. You guys live in a goddamn fantasy world. That's the worst part about these cases. Is the continuous individuals that continually try to put a positive spin on this without recognizing and undermining the seriousness of the situation. Hey, Pearl, good to see you. You think MBM and Daniel? Who's MBM, Bonnie Randall? Oh, Maleyha. You're thinking they're still a unit? Well, the one thing that's keeping them together is this. There's some control at hand there, no doubt. Probably because she's still itching and greasing for the for Crystal. For the Tina. For the jib. Explore Core Monkey Mind. The fact that they managed her during a live is telling. Made Sonny choose. Yeah, that's what really, I think, put a bad taste in people's mouth. And like I say, I don't think that's necessarily Sonny's intent. It's her platform is being used to manipulate a greater audience. And you don't exactly know that until it's done, right? You can't really plan for that. Yes, I don't think Belinda should be even doing what she's doing, but she's an adult. You're saying that you think it's they're doing that to create a rift between Sonny and Belinda? I won't disagree with you. I mean, it's just, I think there's more to it, though. It's a sole intent, but you're probably not wrong. It's a good observation, maybe. You, Nelly, you guys are coming in here hating on Sonny in that sense. Sonny really feels superior. I don't know that she does. I'm not saying. That's just somebody in my chat. That's funny shit, though. Listen, it's a nice thought. It's a nice thought initially, but when you understand the reality behind what it is you're actually doing, you probably shouldn't fucking do that. You're not actually spreading awareness or doing anything positive other than advancing your own clout in a genre you're trying to climb the ladder in. It's doing absolutely no good for the situation. It's abusive in its own right to a degree. Worry about finding the kids at this point in time and bringing justice to the situation. That should be taking priority every single time. That's not saying that you can't go and rent a prayer circle and have a get-together, but guess what? It shouldn't cost you any money, and you don't have to fundraise for it, all right? You don't have to fundraise for it. In fact, it would go a lot better if you didn't. Layla Belinda saw everything before the live ended, just clearing that up. Layla Belinda saw everything. Oh, there's Charmaine. Hey! What's going on out there? I'm talking smack about you guys. I'm not doing it. I'm just reading it, Charmaine. Guys, you're putting me in an awkward spot. I mean, she's fantastic. I can't wait to, what do you call that? Collaborate. Yes. I only care about Belinda, Jack, and Lilly, says Teresa. I personally don't want the drama and BS. Look, it comes. It's already here. You're going to be eating it. You're going to be having a shit sandwich almost on a daily occurrence when this thing gets going. Just wait. Just you wait. It's not going to stop. It's going to get a lot more intense. But what you shouldn't let it do is let it divide you. People seem to want to get their backs up about who's right, who's wrong, Daniel or Maleyha or Daniel. They're using that against, for public sentiment in that circumstance. They're rug pulling us anyway. It's a con. That doesn't give you a right to do the shit to your own children, Pearl Morley. Yep. people need to think about the ones out there that are searching for these babies. For example, I know a crew went up to the old logging road this weekend searching. Well, let me know who they are. I want to know the groups that are searching. That'll be interesting. Hold on here, Monkey Mind. Just a sec. Let me pull up my next. Do I have another surprise in my tickle trunk here? Oh, fuck this thing. Here's this Lana King. Oh my God, somebody's donating me. Law's family. Family Law. Hello, Law's family. Thank you very much for that super chat, by the way. It's very generous. The walls are closing in my opinion. Belinda is smart, and so is Sonny. And so are you. Keep on keeping on. Thanks, Law's family. I really appreciate that super chat. Canadian. My hats go off to you. So, I'm gonna read this in a sarcastic tone, if you don't mind. I guess this was put out when all the shit was hitting the fan yesterday in that live stream. Important announcement regarding the Jack and Lilly fundraiser. I'm guessing this is from Facebook, the group, because she's an all-star contributor. Oh my God, puke. After much thought, and with a heavy hearts, we have made the decision to officially end our fundraising efforts for Jack and Lilly. Thank God. Holy shit, there's no reason. They just put it right back onto the victims of all this anyway. You're bypassing the reason you're actually raising the money, other than it's just for Jack and Lilly. Something tells me she's never done something like this before. I hope that's the case, and it's just people overreacting to a simple mistake. Somehow I don't think so. What began as a mission to raise awareness and support for 2 missing children, holy fuck, you're taking the world on your shoulders, honey, has unfortunately been overshadowed by ongoing drama from you and your side and your fucking $12,000 of bouncy houses, honey. This is the chick that was looking to pay $12,000 for this event, raising your money to spend on bouncy houses. Holy fuck. Do you know how fast I would fire this one from the boardroom? My God. You got to be crazy. What began as a mission to raise awareness and support for 2 missing children has unfortunately been overshadowed by ongoing drama, misinformation. Oh, really? How does she know? And circumstances beyond our control. Interesting that she says circumstances. We've poured our time, energy, and love into this cause, but it is now, oh, how virtuous are this bunch? Oh, you're so virtuous. Makes me puke already reading this shit. Get to the point. You have no fucking point. It's just rambling on and on and on. You've poured our time, energy. No, you haven't. You've poured some time. I guess it's true. There's time and energy. Heaven's sakes. But it's now reached a point where we can no longer continue under these conditions. Fuck, you're just getting started. Wait till the hate train starts. We want to sincerely thank everybody who donated, really, is what she's saying. I got this from True Crime 1111, by the way, as if you can't tell. So whatever the rest of it said, blah, 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 blah. Donated, participated, and stood beside us through all of this. Thank you for believing our bullshit. This is predatory practices, all right? And I've got zero tolerance for it. I don't believe for a second this Lana King is decent and honest of a person as she wants to lead on. Nobody does this shit. You're undermining the seriousness of what happened to Jack and Lilly and trying to put a positive spin on it just to have a successful event, no matter the cost. $12,000 of bouncy houses. No, you're never going to live that down, Lana. Kindly remove yourself from the entire situation, darling. Get fucked as far as I'm concerned. I got zero respect for a person like that. So, goes on to say, let me see here. After covering the outstanding cost of the previously ordered decals, any remaining funds will be donated directly to Search and Rescue. Oh, well, that's nice of you. I'll just bet. Here's a 0.0000003% of a cent. We will post the final donation amount publicly for full transparency. Whatever it takes for you guys to believe me on the next one. This direction was not made lightly. This decision was not made lightly, but for her own well-being and peace of mind, it's time to step away. Good riddance, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Put my foot so far up that ass. What a fucking con artist. That's disgusting. I don't care what your intent was in the beginning or who you believe. You should know better. You should know better than to get involved in that. Phoenix, what's shaking? I got timed out of that particular channel. How dare they? For not following the narrative of the week. Which I've noticed has changed. They're always protests, then they're not. Then pro, that's ridiculous. Phoenix, you see him upset. You'll get over it. I'm not here to defend Sonny's channel here, says Charmaine. I was caught off guard too, but both Belinda and I both understand why it was over, or when it was over. Yeah. It's just a situation. You got to roll with the punches, Charmaine. Chair Wine is a chill lady. Who's Chair Wine? Monkey Maid? Chair. Who's Chair? Is it a misspelling? Corey Edwards. I guess so. Closet Church. Boy, my reading is really lacking tonight. What the hell are you guys saying? Did I forget what English looks like? I guess so. Closet Church to home 32 miles. Not sure how long it takes to walk there. The closest church, not closet, you idiot. The closest church to home is 32 miles. What were you thinking about a church, Corey? Here, do you want to take a look at... Let's go over here. Whoops, not that. Not there. Right here. Let's go over here. Not there. Here. So, by the way, another bullshit lie that I picked out is Cartwright. Isn't that where Cindy lives? It can't be that far away. Nova Scotia isn't that big to be driving an hour one fucking way in that regards, unless it's like west to east in that sense. Like, here, let me scale out and show you what 4 kilometers looks like. So, can you see that on the screen? You can see the scale. Zoom out a little bit. There's 10 kilometers down there. I wonder if you can see that up there. Hold on, let me do this. Oh, it's covered up. Excuse me. It doesn't really matter, but it gives you a better idea. 10 kilometers. And the only reason I picked that number out is I sit there and stare and wonder where that son of a bitch buried those kids. He's got all kinds of access to any which direction out of there on his ATV. I wish I had more information like the cops do. I wish I knew what was on those trail cams. That way you could get an accurate, direction. I don't like saying that they could be anywhere. I don't like that train of thought. No, they're somewhere. It's just better to put an eye on their sweet tea. Like when you take a look at his property here, there's a lot of bush property. You're really isolated out there. It's going to take a lot more time. But it's not necessarily important to prosecuting these son of a bitches for murder. Now hold on here. Because... Am I bouncing around? No, I'm not bouncing around. Let me finish. Let me skip ahead here. Application to prosecuting familial suspects in a no-body child murder case. I don't want to stop there. So there's this case called R.V. Pritchard 2008 SSC 59. And it's the case law, Canadian case law, in which R.V. Pritchard, the accused, Michael Pritchard, excuse me, it's R.V. Pritchard, the accused Michael Pritchard, was convicted of first-degree murder of his wife, Tara Lynn Pritchard, in British Columbia, despite her body never being found. The prosecution relied entirely on circumstantial evidence to prove that Tara Lynn was dead and that Pritchard had KI double hockey sticked her with intent. The case arose after Tara Lynn disappeared in November 1998. Pritchard claims she had left voluntarily. Oh, isn't that interesting? Voluntarily, like the kids. But evidence suggested otherwise, including the inconsistent statements, suspicious behavior, and forensic traces. Example, blood in their home. The central question was whether a homicide conviction could be sustained without direct evidence of the victim's death, such as a body, and whether the circumstantial evidence met the threshold of proof beyond a reasonable doubt under the Criminal Code of Canada, Section 235, for murder. The Supreme Court's ruling, the Supreme Court of Canada, in a unanimous decision written by Justice Chiron, affirmed that a homicide conviction does not require a recovery of a body. The court held that circumstantial evidence, if sufficiently compelling, can establish both a fact of death and the identity of the proprietor beyond a reasonable doubt. Of the perpetrator. Holy shit. What was I reading? The court emphasized that the absence of a body does not preclude prosecution, provided the evidence collectively excludes any reasonable alternative explanation. Example, that the victim is still alive or died by other means. Key legal principles of this case is the proof of death. The prosecution must prove that the victim is dead, typically through circumstantial evidence such as the victim's sudden disappearance under suspicious circumstances, check, the absence of contact with family or friends, contrary to the victim's usual behavior, evidence of foul play such as blood, signs of struggle, and the suspect's deceptive conduct. That's a big one. Or the suspect's deceptive conduct. Ding, 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 ding. We've got so much circumstantial evidence into what is required to prosecute these cocksuckers. It's not even funny. And you guys are all fucking worried about raising money for bouncy castles. Could use that money to put a goddamn retainer down on a lawyer to go after them any sort of way possible, to work on your behalf, on behalf of Jack and Lilly, rather than rely on the state to prosecute them, put pressure on them legally. You could do a ton with $25,000 that you were looking to raise in that GoFundMe. Holy shit, you guys. So I ask you, where exactly is their priorities? Hey there, honey. Get fucking real. You could have hired a team of lawyers for 25 grand. Might not be that great. Might be just fresh out of, law school, but still. Team of lawyers on retainer. You don't need no Johnny Cochran for this one. Oh, shit. So it goes on. I don't want to bore you with too much legal mumbo-jumbo, but this is important because it's kind of falling into that category. I wouldn't expect that we're going to necessarily find the bodies right away unless some sort of evidence floats to the surface. So they must be building a case against these son of a bitches in that sense. Excuse me. So, proof of culpability, I'll just read this to you. The prosecution must link the accused to the death through evidence like motive, we'll go opportunity, post-defense conduct. Post-defense conduct, whoa, that's an interesting slice of pie that we're going through right now. Example, lying, disposing of evidence, forensic traces. The standard of proof, yes, the evidence must be so compelling that no reasonable trier of fact could conclude the victim is alive or that someone else committed the crime. Example, R.V. Villaroman, 2016 SCC 33. This is Canadian case law, by the way. Later clarified the standard for circumstantial evidence. Oh, that would be so fucking interesting to read. Look at me, Mr. Lawyer. Look at me. I'm so excited to prosecute this case. They should hire me for free. Ooh, did I say free? I'm a little bit more expensive than that. Now, Corroboration. Well, a single piece of evidence may not suffice. The cumulative effect of multiple pieces, for example, inconsistent statements, check, forensic evidence, possibly, and behavioral indicators, check, can meet the threshold. We got 2 out of the 3 there, no doubt. We see on display, full display, every time somebody goes live talking about this case. So it goes on to talk about the evidence in this particular case of Pritchard. I'm not sure if you're interested in it. So it goes on to talk about the application of prosecuting familial suspects in a nobody child murder case. From a detective standpoint, successfully prosecuting family members, for example, Maleyha and Daniel in the Sullivan case, is a nobody child murder case under Canadian law as guidelined by R.V. Pritchard, requires building a case that mirrors the principles established in the ruling. Simple enough. Below are key steps and considerations with specific references to the Sullivan case from the transcript. Jesus Christ, anybody can be a prosecuting attorney now. I'm just kidding. It's just giving us the guidelines, the outlines. I'm not practicing law, I'm just reading it. Proving the fact of death without a body. So in regards to sudden disappearance, detectives must establish that the victims, Jack and Lilly, disappeared under circumstances inconsistent with voluntary absence. A 4 and a 6-year-old just opened up the door, decided to go buck wild into the fucking bush, never to be seen again. Voluntary. The transcript notes the children vanished with the breaking day. On May morning, says a timestamp, suggesting this is pulling timestamps from yesterday's live stream over at Sunny's. It's not necessarily all that important to the overall scope of the case. It's just, I just continued after the breakdown and it's pulling from that. So, suggesting an abrupt disappearance from their home on Garlock Road, Pictou County, detectives would gather evidence showing the children had no reason to leave. For example, no history of running away. Young age, Jack 2 and Lilly 4, as per public reports. 2 and 4, they're 4 and 6, I thought. I thought they're 4 and 6. Am I wrong about that? The lack of contact, evidence that Jack and Lilly have not been seen or heard from since May 4th, 2024, May 2nd. Allegedly strengthens the inference of death. Detectives would interview family, friends, and community members. Example, the bus driver mentioned at 3:10:48 to confirm the children's absence from the normal activities. For example, daycare and playdates. Yeah, I believe that they didn't go to school because they had 2 black eyes. They had black eyes and they knew that it would trigger a response from the teachers and CAS. The transcript highlights family secrecy and Belinda stating something is being hidden in that sense. Detectives would look for signs of foul play, such as forensic traces on Garlock Road home, items missing from the home, all kinds of things missing. They're volunteering information of things that aren't there, including those 2 sweaters that will probably be with the children should you find the bodies, because she's trying to set Daniel up to make it look like he really murdered them, as opposed to legitimately actually really taking their death. That's a strong indicator that he did something right there. So far ahead of the curve with all of that. It's so circumstantially evident, we'll call it. Linking suspects to the crime, opportunity. As parents or caregivers, Maleyha and Daniel had exclusive access to Jack and Lilly at the time of their disappearance. Detectives would establish a timeline verifying the parents' whereabouts on May 2nd, we'll call it 2024, using phone geolocation data, surveillance footage, or witness statements. Motive. The transcript suggests a motive. Belinda believes the children were a big problem for Maleyha and Daniel, causing fights. Detectives would investigate domestic conflicts, financial stressors, check, $34,000 in debt from old Wade's statement. We're going to listen to that in just a moment. Or prior child welfare involvement, check. For example, the CAS mentioned at a certain timestamp to substantiate this motive. They don't even need the motive, but it just helps. Post-offense conduct. So this Pritchard emphasized that deceptive behavior can indicate guilt in the Sullivan case. Maleyha's attempt to divert fundraiser funds to Cheryl and her sudden cutoff of communication when questioned suggest consciousness of guilt. Daniel's deletion of messages could be interpreted as an attempt to conceal evidence, akin to Pritchard's disposal of the carpet in that other particular case. Fuck, you guys are going down. Detectives would use these actions to argue the parents are hiding involvement supported by forensic recovery of deleted messages or financial records. So, building a circumstantial case, there's cumulative evidence, they call it. Cumulative evidence, everybody. Take a look at the chalkboard. Following Pritchard, detectives must compile multiple pieces of evidence that together exclude reasonable alternatives. For example, the children being alive or taken by somebody else. Examples from the Sullivan case are inconsistent statements. Even in this particular transcript from last night, Maleyha and Daniel telling online people, end quote, one story and police another, detectives would document these inconsistencies through interviews or digital communication. So, do you know what that means? That it means essentially this case is writing itself. It's writing itself eventually. The more that they do what it is that they're doing outwardly, and look at what old Maleyha's trying to get close to with these fundraisers, in that sense, you know. Oh yeah, just a mountain of cumulative evidence. You hear that word, Daniel? Cumulative evidence, you little bitch. The children being alive or taken by someone else. Examples from the Sullivan case, inconsistent statements. We just talked about that one. Behavioral indicators. Maleyha's unverified claim that the children are alive. Can you believe what she's trying to pull that bullshit with us? And Daniel's contempt suggests deception. Detectives would pair these with objective evidence, such as phone data or witness accounts. And in this circumstance, witness accounts would be from people like Wade, Cindy's boyfriend, and the things that he said in this little clip that we're going to listen to tonight because I keep talking about it. That would be important evidence, not necessarily Janie's. Janie's full of shit. Everybody who was in that Garlock Road residence is under scrutiny in this circumstance, not to be believed. Have a reason to lie, to cover up. The transcript mentions community efforts. Example, the River John Parade at so-and-so and public tips. Example, Nova Scotia's Crime Stoppers. Detectives would vet these for leads, such as sightings or suspicious activity by Maleyha or Daniel. Do you hear that, everybody? So all the shit that you guys hear out there on the YouTube screens should be forwarded to the tip line, just as a little follow-up. That would be a valid tip because it was add to the cumulative evidence. You hear me? Good. So never let them tell you otherwise. Now, hold on for a second, please. Let me just switch this over. All right. So what else does it say here? Forensic analysis. Even without bodies, detectives would search the Garlock Road at home for trace evidence, for example, blood and fibers, and analyze the parents' vehicles or devices for clues. Examples, data showing travel to a disposal site. So admissibility of evidence. Detectives must ensure evidence complies with the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Also goes into Jim Walker's recording of Wade. His name's Jim Walker. I don't think it's actually Jim Walker. He sounded like he had an accent, like an Asian accent. Oh, hello, Jim Walker. Oh, good day. Jim Walker's recording of Wade may be admissible under Criminal Code Section 184.2. One-party consent in Canada, baby. Oh, yeah. We love you, Wade. You hear us? But its covert nature could raise ethical questions in court. Ooh, not so fast. Detectives would need judicial authorization for deeper digital searches. But in reality, in that conversation, it's not necessarily that that piece of tape is evidence, unless it doesn't align with what Wade told the RCMP. And you would have to think, and we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We're going to give Wade the benefit of the doubt, and assume that he's already conversed with the RCMP on that level, right? So it's just bringing it up. But this is actually a great breakdown for AI search. This is right on the money. Instead of worrying and wondering what the hell the RCMP is doing, this is really answering all of your questions. That's fantastic. It made me feel a lot better too. Let me see. Good to see you, Charmaine. Thanks for stopping by the way. I'm sorry I ignored chat for a little bit. I should actually stop and go and talk to you for a moment. I just got off on a tangent. Oh, you guys are having it out. Everybody's respectful. That's fine. Well, we have Karen Jones banned for 24 hours, so that's a good time to get in without getting accosted. You know that the video of Wade was sent to the Children's Aid of possible abuse. And even, that's from Tammy Burke, even what I'm saying, you could almost think that I'm just dismissing of it. I'm a bit of a secret. I'm already assuming that the police have received these things like 20 times over. I know how prudent people are out there, and the fact that they overwhelm the tip lines in circumstances like this. So it's, you see some people come in and chat and worry all about it, like they think that they're the ones that need to oversee it, when in fact, by the time we're talking about it, it's already been there in this circumstance, and you need to remember that. But I guess it's important to bring up, isn't it? All right, so let me go on for a moment. Corroboration, as in the Pritchard case, no single piece of evidence, for example, Maleyha's fund diversion attempt, I love that statement, fund diversion attempt, is sufficient. Detectives must corroborate it with other evidence, such as financial records. Yeah, we're not asking you to base all of this out off of last night's transcript, but that's kind of what it's doing, so I'll skip some of this. Well, it's interesting, though, like this, how much this is picking out of that particular transcript. So deceptive narratives. Maleyha's claim that the children are alive from timestamp 3352 mirrors this Pritchard guy's claim that his wife left voluntarily. Detectives would challenge this in interrogations using evidence like the children's prolonged absence to refute it. Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to get through in the investigative room. Access to crime scene. As caregivers, Maleyha and Daniel here had access to the Garlock Road home, making it easier to conceal evidence. Detectives must act quickly to secure, too late for that, using forensic techniques. For example, luminol, to detect tampering in that sense. Don't know if they did that or not. They'll not tell us. We'll never know. They might not need to. But I mean, they still should probably cover that in the investigation to make it thorough. Detectives work with the Nova Scotia's Public Prosecution Service to ensure evidence meets the reasonable prospect of conviction standard. Pritchard shows that a strong circumstantial case can succeed, but prosecutors may require additional evidence. For example, recovered messages or financial records. They've got all kinds of shit, I'm sure. You have to proceed against Maleyha and Daniel. Now, the Crown may advise on alternative charges if murder is not provable, ensuring some accountability. For example, child endangerment under Criminal Code Section 218. Oh, you plead down to a lesser charge, you two? I doubt it. Not in this circumstance. Fullest extent of the law, bitch. Managing public and media scrutiny. Let's see. Is this... No, don't worry about that. So I thought you guys would find that interesting and worth following up if you so choose. And that's, that's R, the letter R versus Pritchard, Pritchard, from 2008, SEC 59, which would be a relevant case in regards to how the Crown, hence the police's investigation, would lead to prosecuting a situation with not finding any bodies, a no body scenario here. In the U.S., they call it something different, but this is our equivalent to it, in other words. Let me see. A no body case in that sense. I think we went through that well enough. So, I'll scroll up a little bit. Hold on for a second. How's it going on? Oh, Jen R., thank you very much. You're so generous gifting those 5 memberships, my darling. Mwah. Mwah. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about here? Please, thanks, Jen R., if you received a membership. Belinda and Sonny repeatedly expressed distrust towards Maleyha and Daniel, with Belinda stating, "It seems like really none of them seem to have cared for Lilly and Jack," from timestamp 3234, and that something is being hidden. Sonny echoes this, noting that the case has become a circus act, and that Maleyha and Daniel's actions suggest that they are not prioritizing the children. Yeah, that's an understatement, but great points nonetheless. I wanted to point out this. Well, the misuse of funds. So Belinda reveals that Maleyha, through communications with Lana. So here it is. Belinda revealed that Maleyha, through communication with Lana, suggests that fundraiser funds be placed in a trust under Cheryl's name, which is a friend referred to as the beach friend, for Jack and Lilly. This request raised immediate suspicion for Belinda, who states, "There's something wrong with this." Absolutely there is. This is Belinda, again, third time calling out this bullshit. This is why I like Belinda. You know, no matter, you don't have to agree with everything, but at the end of the day, this individual's heart's in the right place when it comes to Jack and Lilly, and they need somebody biologically to fight for them in this way. Prompting her to ask Lana to verify Maleyha's identity to ensure it wasn't a scam. Yeah, for at the first bit, I'm like, of course it's a fucking scam, girl. Like, what the hell is going on in the first place? But I understand what it was that she was doing. She's got a way of explaining it that I'm just different in the way that I would explain it. Questionable behavior, Maleyha's sudden outreach to Lana after previously cutting off contact with Belinda and others, and her specific request to direct funds to Cheryl rather than a neutral or family-managed trust is highly suspicious. Right into my old pocket here. I got a fundraiser going on right now. This could indicate an intent to misuse funds, goes without saying, as it suggests personal control over the money rather than ensuring it benefits the children or search efforts. Maleyha's communication via Messenger, not FaceTime, which Belinda suggested to verify identity, especially when there's money involved, and her subsequent anger. I wonder what Belinda thinks about the credit card. Why don't you just lend her your credit card, Belinda? And her subsequent anger when Belinda verified her identity through a third party. Let me reread that. Maleyha's communication via Messenger, not FaceTime, which Belinda suggested to verify identity at timestamp 2252, and her subsequent anger when Belinda verified her identity through a third party, suggests she may not have been trying to conceal her intentions. Her claim that she believes the children are alive and will be returned soon lacks substantiation and could be a tactic to maintain control over the narrative or funds. Yeah. That's well said there, AI. The fundraiser was intended to raise awareness for Jack and Lilly, support ground and search rescue efforts, and potentially fund buddy benches and awareness materials. Awareness materials. Fuck me. Any remaining funds were to be placed in a trust for Jack and Lilly. I'll just bet they are. Kind of that's your drug slush fund if they were found alive. Any remaining funds will be placed in the trust for the victims of this. Holy fuck. The last person to even be mentioned in all of this are the people that it was supposed to be intended for. You're raising money. You got all these things to pay for, all of your materials to put things together, and whatever's left over, the little slice of the pie that's left over, might go into some trust or something like that for these kids some fucking day. Why don't you worry about finding the kids first, all right, and then sorting out what needs done? Man, I cannot believe the audacity of people in this circumstance. Can't wait to get involved in collecting money from sympathetic people who believe their bullshit story. They're eager for that, and that's going to work against them. And what have we learned, friends? And what? Say it. It would work as cumulative evidence in this circumstantial case of ours. Love it. Oh, I love it. Cumulative evidence, Daniel. A little bit more cumulative evidence today. Each day that goes by, there's always something new that fits into the classification as to what would otherwise be considered cumulative evidence for the prosecution of these two cocksuckers. All right? That's what is worth waking up and tuning back into this and other channels on the daily when it comes to this particular topic, because this is really happening. This is really happening. These two child killers are walking around out there. And I'm going to say alleged child killers. And I'm going to tell you that I misspelt alleged, so it has no meaning. I'm just saying that as a disclaimer. These fucking kids, these guys killed their kids in this circumstance. And it gets far worse than that. It's far worse than that, I suspect. Barbara M., what's going on? All right, so enough of this nonsense. Do you guys want to listen to this with me? Now, I want you, before we start, to get your earphones. I've got my noise-canceling earphones on. I'm borrowing this clip from 1111 True Crime. She uploaded this particular clip. I already went in her comments and told her how pissed off I was over the fact that she did the automated closed captioning, and it's so far off, it's so disorienting. We're not going to even look at it. Or should we? I don't know. It bothers me when I look at it, but it might not you. It's better if you just relax, put your earbuds in, and listen to it. I think we'll probably do it in 2 parts because it's 33 minutes. So we'll listen for a 15-minute instead of having me, because it gets monotonous. Always stopping. He says so much in this. He talks about things, and when you feel lost and you don't know what he's really talking about, I think I'll pause it at the part where he's talking about the poor guy's just lost his dog. He had to put down his dog. So they're also talking about his dog that just got put down, how good of a hunter he is in that sense. They talked about a cigarette. They took a pause break there. It was edited. So I think that's probably the midpoint, and we'll touch base midway through it. Everybody by this time has really already heard this already. I'm just for the sake of having this over on my channel so that we can rip it apart. I'm doing this to bug Karen Jones. I just love Wade. I love Wade. God, you're my hero, Wade. Not really. But this conversation, it's just a conversation from an individual who took interest in the case and stopped by to answer an advertisement that Maleyha Brooks' mother and her boyfriend have an advertisement out for selling a horse trailer in that sense. So he took the opportunity to follow that up, drop by, and they started conversing. They got along really well. This is not like a shady sort of scenario where he snuck one over on them. Even if it was, it doesn't really matter. He could still record and do whatever he wanted for this. So there's not really any ethical concern, especially when it's just repeating his suspicions and what he's more than willing to openly talk about. That's golden right there. That's exactly what you want in a situation like this. Okay? And he's a little difficult to understand in the beginning when you're not expecting it. But don't worry, you'll understand everything just fine. Well, what are you saying out there, Miss K? This will be harsh. 12 weeks after they go missing, seriously, you want to have a fair? Yeah, a fucking fun fair. Can you believe this? $12,000 in bouncy castles. What? Like, that's just an insult. Come on now. $12,000 bouncy castle. What's it fucking made of, gold? Like, heaven's sakes, how many bouncy castles are you going to pull in there? And could you imagine stopping by? How awkward is that? Celebrating brutal murder of 2 children in that sense. And they'll have the family, the prime suspects there to embellish their stories and really drive home and ploy for your sympathy in that circumstance. What's going on, girlfriend? What's up? What do you want? A snack? Before we do, I'm going to give Peanut a snack here. I'll be right back. Listen to this elevator music until I get back. All right. I love that acid jazz flute. Who's that, Jethro Tull? Anyway. Let's get back to this. Shauna, that music hurts your brain? Well, you don't listen to it too hard then. It's AI music. It's not elevator music, Shauna. You're not even classifying the music properly. It's actually acid jazz. You want cooler music like rock and roll? Can't do it. You can't do it. No, it's silly. It's silly. You get the music purposefully boring. That way people are looking forward to hearing your voice when you come back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm no Liberace. I'm no individual that people are desiring to listen to in that sense. So you've got to, be good in comparison to something. So if you make your intro music boring and mundane, it puts more focus on whatever the hell it is that you're trying to say in your live stream. I think that's the science behind it in my mind. It's just some random AI thing. I asked it to make me and I've stuck with it. I don't personally like it in that sense. I don't personally like it. But I'm glad it evokes such emotion from you guys. I kind of get a kick out of that. Next, I'll just get like a solo harp. How's that? There'll be something wrong with that. Guys are always complaining about something. just in case I'm serious. Just in case we're serious. IACS is live starting in 8 minutes. Serious about what, Drippy? Did I say something? Say, you son of a bitch! You're over there promoting. It's a criming shame, you son of a bitch. But it's okay. I think Justin's going live here too in about an hour. You guys have all kinds of places to go. You guys can sell out and go over there and see what's doing, then come back. I encourage it. More clicks. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to go click back and forth 25 times an hour, all right? And then when you're done with that, do it 50 times an hour. It's some people think it's rude. I don't. You can take it as it's something rude in a live chat, but I'm okay with it. I don't really give a shit that much. Like, I'm already up here talking about it's a criming shame. You know, we're talking about them. We're shitting all over Sunny in that sense in my live chat. The least you could do is plug her show and tell her it's on at 8 minutes. You guys can go over there. You go over there just long enough to get mad, and then you can come back. When I bore the shit out of you, you can go back there and complain. You can't keep everybody happy. What are you saying, Mr. Hemi? 420 keeps you in the comments section of true crime videos versus the subject of true crime videos. Yeah, there can be a lot of life in the comments section. I get a bigger laugh talking about people in that circumstance. If you haven't noticed. I don't always necessarily want to be in the race for the prime person to get all of the important information. I've been in that seat a couple times. And it's not great, okay? It's not all peaches and cream because there's constantly people out there manipulating you at all fucking points in time. And even though you can feel that you're immune to it, you can get through it, it still after a while takes its toll. And only you realize the emotional toll after it's kind of all said and done, and it's kind of shitty. Then you realize, you know what? You start to get a new appreciation for what content creation really is like. You Drip, you're just trying to be helpful? That's okay. Well, don't fucking be plugging other people's shows. Plug my show over there. That'll help. It's all subjective to in that sense. Don't worry about it. I'm just kidding. I don't mind you plugging them. Now, well, you want to plug Share too? When's Share on live next? I mean, you could go over there and do a raid. You could raid other people's channels. You used to do that a little bit, right? Dolly's good at doing these Dolly raids. That was my first introduction to his channel. I'm like, who is this crazy fucker? I was terrified. Not that he did it here. He did it on another channel that I was involved with in that circumstance. Is that Seawood? Yeah, Seawood. I know everyone is criticizing the YouTubers for trying to profit. Believe me, there's all kinds of dishonest individuals out there. I mean, there's a legitimate way, Seawood, in this circumstance, to talk about the issues of the day, in other words, and there's grifting off of it, right? There's doing it in an appropriate manner, and then there's an inappropriate manner, and always has to do with exactly who's guilty in that circumstance. But it's never a dull moment. When it comes to, in my opinion, from what I've seen, when it comes to this particular case with Jack and Lilly, it's been more of a... It hasn't been one where people are that divided in that sense. Nobody's divided about who's guilty and who's not. People are in agreement that no matter what, the suspects in this are appropriated accordingly with Daniel and Maleyha in that sense. Nobody's fooled with their tactics in this point in time. What the hell's the point of even coming out here in the first place, you wonder? Well, I'm afraid we're going to get to know the reasoning behind it soon enough. Yeah, you think so, Loretta Green? That channel will dig up another punter to lead us up the garden path? Maybe you shouldn't be fucking putting... Don't put all your eggs in one basket in that sense. Keep it open. Oh, Cher's just another channel I like to give digs to, Faith. You might not know her voice is behind the wall. I just like to shit talk her a little bit. Just for pure sport in that sense. Anyway. It's all good. You're in Ontario, Lynn. Welcome all my Canadian friends. I don't think I've had this many Canadians in one live chat ever in the history of this channel. I'm surprised it took this, but welcome. We're here united in that, with this interest when it comes to Jack and Lilly. Like, who's really buying it? I'll tell you one thing that surprised me about the entire scenario. I don't know about you guys. When this was still fresh, like way back in May, I'm like, well... yeah, it's a hell of a thing, but I didn't expect at all for it to be what it really actually looks like at this point in time. I didn't anticipate Daniel in that moment to be as guilty as he is in this circumstance. I don't know about any of you guys, but I guess that's natural. You just give people the benefit of the doubt. You're worried about two kids have wandered into the bush accordingly, but as soon as you hear a little bit of what the people who were there supposed to be looking after the kids and had last seen them, oh man. No brainer here. Where the hell is Lynn, Ontario, Tammy? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, Kawartha Lakes, Mr. Hemi? God damn. I'd rather live out there than where I am. So much more to do. What are you saying, Ellie New? Seawood, it's not so much about that in my mind. It's the way, it's the way they talk and use Lily and Jack's name. It's one thing to talk about them. It's another to use them as props and trying to saint themselves. Man, oh man. That's why I love talking to you people in that sense. There's so much great observations out there in these tragic circumstances. Oh, what's going on, friends? I wonder how many times tonight Sonny says I didn't fall off the turnip truck. Listen to this shit. Kenny Cross, you baited me into shit talking Sonny again. I love it. Oh, you guys, people fucking get upset. Listen, when you're a content creator and you're in the flow of information in that sense, so you're in the algorithm, you've got to learn how to roll with the punches. You've got to take it both ways. I think she's doing fine, to be honest with you. I'm going to say it again. At the end of the day, they're still saying the right thing in that sense. It's not like they're over there championing some false narrative. They're okay simply because they're so skeptical and questionable about the legitimate suspects in this case. That tells me they care. And the fact that Belinda is over there, listen, everything else can be forgiven in that circumstance. Even these goddamn bracelets. I mean, that's just a personal opinion. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But it never fails. There's always people that love to fucking hate on the people. It's funny. It's part of the experience of YouTube in that sense. You learn to love it or it's going to drive you nuts. You have to appreciate these sort of things. It's a refined taste like Scotch whiskey. And I don't even drink, by the way. But anyway, so let's get this bullshit on the road. Let's get this started. So this is, like I said, I'm going to drop this particular link and you can find it if you're watching in the future after, pinned to the comments section of this particular video. This is just the particular cut. She's enhanced it somehow, so if it's louder, I'm going to go back here and enhance it even more. So this is even more enhanced because, and I'll tell you right now, I've got a voice meter potato back here, and I'm going to crank the volume up the output volume to 11.2 on my fader, which is about 80% of high as it can go. It's in the red zone. So it's going to be fairly easy for you guys to hear. And like I said, I'll see you in, we'll say, around 13 minutes. Okay? Let's begin.
Last time I heard about New Glasgow is about like the 2 children was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening in New Glasgow.
Those are her.
Do you know what I did find after listening? Sorry, I interrupted already, by the way. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing the trip mechanism. What I did find about listening to this over and over again is that you find, I don't know about you, but I start to like mimic and work on my English Asian accent in this circumstance. I really like this dude who went and got this interview. I got a lot of respect for that guy. I just thought I'd say that right now, whoever he is. Because he can see past the nonsense in the circumstance of the shit that happens on these platforms, and he's not afraid to go out there and talk to somebody in person and express himself very well. Anyway, enough kissing his ass for a moment. But I truly mean that. I think you did a fantastic job, and I'm thankful that this is out here. And I'm so happy that Karen Jones isn't in here right now. She's still under 24-hour penalty. She's on a 24-hour timeout for shit-talking Wade from this morning. You can't come in here shit-talking Wade, girlfriend. This is our key corroborating witness to all of the cumulative evidence. Have we learned nothing tonight? Karen will be free in the morning, for crying out loud. She'll be back in the morning.
Are you kidding me?
No.
For real?
I'm serious.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's all good. We still never heard nothing yet. But those are Jack and Lilly. My granddaughter.
Jack and Lilly. Yeah, that's her name.
My granddaughter.
It's so sad.
You might see some videos. Somebody stole my videos and put them on the thing.
Yeah.
That's Chanel and Kiana, my daughter. That lives in Highfield.
Okay.
And she plays with Jack and Lilly all the time. And she keeps asking about him. I said, you'll get to see them again sometime. I said, I don't know where they're at. I just said they're on vacation.
Yeah.
These 4.
I saw them the whole time, man. It's everywhere on the Facebook, on the
lying, the
YouTube.
lies all on it. But I don't know how they got these videos. They put them on the thing.
Yeah.
And they asked,
you know, like
they said, do you have the kids? Let
me do an audio check.
They show.
the video, the picking up.
Do you guys hear that loud and clear? Is that like awesome? Is it really loud? Let me know in my chat. Is it good? Perfect.
Apples and
that was that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2023.
Oh my
I see it hitting
God.
the red space here. It probably should be good.
Yeah.
So the other one with the dog, and you see how big the dog was. Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't see the dog. This big now, but in the thing is it's December 2024. This before Christmas.
Like I said, I'm not going to interrupt, but they haven't been saying anything yet. They do a lot of like just coffee talk, right? Just bullshitting about whatever, the weather, everything. They talk about everything. You guys should go out on a date, for crying out loud. You guys get along so damn well. I'm leaving you, Cindy, for this true crime investigator on YouTube named Tint. Not Taint, Tint. Taint, we love you, brother. I mean Tint.
When they're sitting on the sofa,
How about
we wouldn't take no kid.
How about the police? Did the police update any news about the 2 deaths?
They never really heard nothing.
Never heard anything?
They don't say too much. It's only that boy, that kid. I still say the boy.
The Daniel Markel, the stepfather.
He's on meth.
He's on meth.
He sells meth.
Uh-huh.
And he makes it. He don't like the kid. He beats the kids. He beats their daughter.
That's what I'm
saying. But her
saying.
daughter might know more than you think. You're like, I said, your daughter's lying. You must know what happened. There's only 3 people in the thing.
Exactly.
We had to do polygraph and everything.
You did a polygraph too?
Yeah, because we used to drop the kids off over there.
So you and Cindy and
her mother, because her mother was in the house before, and some of her cousins, they had to do polygraph.
Is her mother living here right now or not?
No, she was, and she lives in. We took the mother because we found out that he's on drugs.
He's on meth, yeah.
And meth, and they beat her, so we took her over there. She was here, and then the CPS. The CPS went to their house in December, and they should have took the kids out of there. Look at the look of the house.
Yeah.
They get the locks
I
on the
know the
door.
house is
And the boy be there, this and that. But why'd she stay there? That's what I told her.
I saw the house of Daniel Martel and I saw this house, and I understand why she come here. She moved out the next day.
Yeah. So listen. We got pictures of the house in 2018. Remember that we just pulled up a few minutes ago? Do comparisons to what happened, that's only 6 years ago, and what it's turned into now. Like it's bizarre to me because if you take it and look at it over a small time frame, say from 2018 when that picture was taken on Google Earth, where there is no geoengineering being done in that sense, no earthworks, to now when they've got that old shitty RV pushed in the back, that whole hill dug out and graded out. Jesus. Really suspicious about that, especially in a circumstance where there's missing people involved. But nonetheless, it makes you think about the sort of mindset that what exactly were they planning? Were they tweaking out and just into like working with wood in that circumstance? Because that's a thing too, right? So what I'm getting at is it seems so disorganized. Like it's disorganized where there's no end goal. It ended up looking like shit. And here you are trying to transform something into a better home environment. In theory, you're cutting trees, you're moving logs, you're shaving out the side of this particular hill to widen out a driveway and add this granny flat, we'll call it, with this old RV in the back. But yet everything else is torn apart. There's fucking dirty, shitty mattresses in the backyard. There's shit all over the front yard. It's taken apart. Like all you need to do was spend $45 on some exterior paint. Get some Trebclad for some spots. You know, you don't have to explain. It makes me wonder, what in the fuck were they doing up in there? Was this like an ongoing project or what the hell is it? But it Tweaker's right, Corey Edwards. That's the simple answer, unfortunately. But what it tells you is that he has access to earthworks vehicles. Okay? Whether it's relevant to the scenario or not, it's just something to think about. You know, somebody got up in there. They didn't do all of that with the shovel. Why would you? You know, get a bobcat. You're doing your grading, or get a backhoe in there for a little bit of time. Where does he have access to all of that? Who has that? When did that happen? You know, and even when you're looking at more recent photos, they still have mounds of dirt out there. Is that what they just take out of the side of the bank and get rid of it, or grade it up into their driveway and build it up a little bit? I don't know. But somebody's moving around a lot of earth back in there. Now, I don't know. I'm not trying to insinuate that one thing has to do, or it just makes you wonder a little bit. What does that mean, Lori Green? We like to call it cumulative evidence, Lori Green. We've just went through that. Do you want to rewind a little bit? Hearsay. How could hearsay? What are you working on, the defense team? It sounds like this is just merely hearsay, Your Honor. I love this guy. This Wade is my hero, my new hero. Flavor of the week.
She went to her grandmother's in Bob Hill. You know how many times we tried to? She was at their grandmother's before they went there. Dan and her. He got two from a previous marriage.
Oh, hearsay from a character witness. From
those
family.
Two that are missing are hers. Then they got the little girl together.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't like her kids at all. But she said they beat them.
Just tried, you know.
But she got a psychic that says they're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
But if they ain't, I still say it's the guy.
You know, it's so funny. I heard something.
They are in the woods, but they're probably buried, like way over towards, like, say, Muscadal, but they're probably way the fuck over that.
The thing is by Daniel Martel or his family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust him, man.
No, they all look fucking crazy.
He lies all the time. He's changing his story all the time.
Yeah, how you know what they're wearing? You didn't see it.
Huh?
How would you know what they had on?
Exactly.
And you never saw it.
Yeah.
And she's lying too. I don't think they're doing.
They even say that you guys
So
did
now,
it. You know what they're saying right now online? They say you guys did it.
no, I wouldn't.
They say that the mothers and the grandmother hide those kids, all those kids in the world somewhere like a reserve.
If I had to, no, she getting the baby back. She went to the reserve, right? Because her grandmother lives over there.
Oh.
They had the baby there. Then the police came, took the baby. She took the baby to Shoey. She wasn't over.
So she's living in the reserve right now.
Right now she's in the reserve with the chief. That's her cousin.
Oh, the one in the.
I'm related to the chief too.
Suvanati.
Say it again. Yep, Suvanati. Yep.
Oh, that's where she's living right now.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. That is these negative energy.
It is, man.
I never did like being around. I don't know. But why would you stay there? This guy's beating your kid.
I know.
You get what I'm saying? Look at the dirty fucking house. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I may stay one night and I say,
I know, brother.
We can't live here. And 3 months ago, we told her, before that happened, I'll say 3 months before May.
I hear you,
we
Lori.
had the U-Haul truck to move her back to her grandmother's house. We had a big house like Redcliffe and Bible Hill. The day before, no, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Why do you want to stay here? There's rats in the walls.
Exactly. I've been to that place many times, man. I know that place is not suitable for humans.
No.
I don't understand.
I love this guy. Sorry I interrupted again. Oh my God. Man, oh man. They almost made it out alive. That's heartbreaking in my mind. It just takes a minute to digest that. This is such a good back and forth. What is this individual's name? Does anybody know in my chat? The guy that has the channel Tint, the guy who did the interview.
Yeah, maybe he was.
Now she's trying to sue the CPS. The CPS should have took the kids out. This was in December. And plus, why would she stay there? If someone's beating my kids, I'm breaking their fucking hands.
Exactly. I would just send
She should have told us anyway. She had told us he's on drugs.
Yeah.
Or beating the kid. They would have been here. You get what I'm saying? You would have took the kid out.
Yeah.
And the last time we seen them, they're over here Easter Monday.
Easter Monday.
That's the last time we saw them.
Daniel Martel.
Even dead. Okay. Yep. The one. You better not come here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the woods looking for stuff. Me, him, Jack, and his other son. Then he stayed in the woods for a whole hour by himself. I said, what the fuck is this guy doing? Crazy? He probably getting drugs in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes he used to come to our house and buy well.
Yeah, it's fine.
And he stayed outside all the time. His face was, sometimes you see the skin is like yellowish and green, like he's dying or something. I said, you gotta be on drugs or something.
Yeah.
And he's not, every time he dropped the kids off, he was never there. And he probably wasn't even working. He wasn't working no once a week.
Yeah, he just dropped a bombshell like 2 days ago. He said black eyes on the Lilly 2 days before.
I showed the detectives some of the pictures, and the boy looked like he's hard to get along with her grandson. Like you tell him to do something, he won't listen. So he might have got mad and grabbed him by the neck and broke his neck. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? He might have. I don't know.
Thank you. But you
he's on me.
And they kept 2 kids at the same time.
Maybe the little girl witnessed it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
But her psychic says.
That's for sure.
Now, if we had the kids, we'd be $150,000 rich.
Exactly.
Plus, who's going to take grandkids?
Yeah, but you know what people say online?
Yeah.
It's the Daniel Martel and the Derwin. You know Derwin? The guy.
Darren's her cousin.
Darren's a cousin, right?
Her cousin.
Why her cousin is against her? Against her.
So he told him off the other day. He said, you know more than you say. She told him, don't call back here. You're a weirdo. You're crazy.
He's the one on the side of Martel. He's saying that the mother put him to reserve.
No, his Darren's wife, I think, is related to
Darren's wife is related for
Darren, not Darren, or that's his name.
Daniel.
Daniel. Daniel's same as the CPS. He knew that we were up in the reserve. How do you know? So he's probably related to somebody in the CPS. And we got a friend that works for like another children's aid. There's no foul that she was there in December. We're still in
Joe Neal, I don't know what you're doing spamming in my chat. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, bro. RCMP can't even go on the reserve. Yeah, they can. It's federal land. All right? Canadian government will do whatever the fuck they want in a reserve. They have done and will do in the future, unfortunately. The RCMP can operate anywhere they need to in that circumstance. They have, most reservations have their own internal security type police, little rent-a-cops in that circumstance. But even when shit breaks out, who do you think comes in and has to sort shit out with their batons? Fucking guy, you're teasing. Are you trying to get me worked up, dude? You fucking guy. You find Maleyha attractive? You're just looking to pull one off. Why don't you go pull one off in the bathroom or something? Get it out of your system, you son of a bitch. That dirty bastard working me over in my chat.
and we're suing the people for a ride.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, there's no foul that she was there. She just went down. Now the host like that, I'm checking to see if there's food in the fridge. I'm checking, see if there's locks on it.
It's just
That's use the lock. And Daniel's daughter, that she's like 8 or 9. Her name was Rain. And she said, "No, they locked them in the room."
you know, right?
You know more. I don't even like her around. I never did like that.
Some so make though.
Yeah.
I thought about it doing well, but
Yeah.
they just want us to like that.
Yeah, well,
Like,
bring her down, bro.
So yeah, like everyone. Golden Retriever is a backpack dog. I used to have one. That's so like.
We put it down 2 years ago.
Really?
It was 14, and I don't know what happened. It kept throwing up, and then
14. I mean,
his eyes kept going like this. Then he had to suffer all day Sunday because there's nothing open. They had to put him down Monday.
Shit.
Yeah, that was his name was Kavai. I had
a
a good dog.
special
Hear a car,
guy.
somebody
He
walking
was suffering
around,
every
they go
day.
crazy.
Yeah, it's best to put him down. Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
comfortable.
Now her dog, he's like his own blind when he's too white. He's a Shih Tzu. He's like, I think he's 10.
Yeah.
So when you gonna go blind, you might as well get fucking with him.
The Jack and Lilly play with dog.
Yep.
They play with
Yeah.
They're not scared of dog.
And her dog's crazy, and it don't.
Yeah.
Every time as soon as we hear that door, he's in the window. She's mine because she said it didn't bark. I never really listened to what she said yet.
Imagine when my dog passed away from this dog, I would fire that dog.
And then they had a cat up at the grandmother's kitchen, and we always had the 2 dogs, and they play with the dogs all the time.
Yeah.
So they're trying to say they don't know nothing about dogs.
Imagine lost 2 kids. This must be tough. How's Maleyha doing right now? When was the last time you saw her?
Yesterday,
Yes.
came up.
Yesterday she was here.
I still, you know what she said. You know what I'm saying? I know this seems like she ain't sad. I don't know.
She's not sad, eh?
Yeah, it don't seem like it is. I told you, shouldn't do this. And I told her, I asked her, when Daniel got down, what did he do? Did he hit them?
So she never cries in front of you, or you never show any sadness?
Yeah, she doesn't cry.
She doesn't
But
cry.
she must.
Do you guys think Joe Neal would be a sock account for Karen Jones? Do you see like the sort of the pattern there? And even in the troll type comments, do you think Karen Jones is sneaking in here under the pseudonym, the false name Joe Neal? Let me know. Give me one in chat if you think that's a strong possibility.
Think she knows what happened, but she ain't saying that.
She know what
You
happened.
smoke?
Sure, yeah. I love it.
You get yours in the mail, bro?
Oh, you
I
mean
don't smoke. You get
is
weed?
it Maleyha leaving the reserve, or is another one super lucky?
She's staying there because they're giving her a house now.
Oh, she's getting a new house over there.
Yeah. That's where she's from. No, but her dad's from England.
Her
But
grandma.
the kids ain't over there because I was over there.
Her grandma is in a super naughty.
Yep.
And she's with her grandma right now.
And I'm related. Trying to think if I'm related. Well, she lives with the chief.
She live with the chief?
Her name's Michelle McDonald Glasgow.
She's living with the chief right now.
She's living with her.
Okay, Joe.
She got like a house on beside her, like an apartment.
Do you know what the house looks like?
No, I never. Doesn't matter. We're related to the chief somehow. But most of the
How come she's living
My,
with how come she's living with the chief right now? Is she related to the chief?
you get the daughter back, she ain't allowed to stay here for
She's
some reason. Yeah. And plus, I told her she's looking for work and stuff. I said, you're looking for work? I said, who's babysitting? I ain't babysitting. You get what I'm saying? He's looking for work. You didn't want to take care of it. The little daughter, she's a year.
yeah.
So you take care of her. I know I ain't taking care of her. I'll watch her once in a while, but I ain't going to babysit. You better hire a babysitter or take the baby to your great grandmother and drop her off. So I definitely
Yeah.
I like figuring that. Plus, she don't say hi or not. Sometimes when you say hi, then
Sometimes
you
she
didn't get a happy Father's Day. I know. You get what I'm saying? What are you doing? She sang up in the melody.
you mean Maleyha. Maleyha,
And call her, see how the kids are doing. But she never.
So Wade has it gives you a good idea how long Wade here has been in the picture. If he's complaining and pointing out that Maleyha doesn't even wish him like a happy Father's Day, he doesn't get any of that sort of attention from Maleyha. So I mean, it indicates it's a fairly significant amount of time he's been in the picture. I would imagine. It sounds like it.
When we had the kids, they never really showed no signs. Like you could tell they were emotional, dude. So sometimes I'll reach by like Lily's head, like she'll rub my head, and I go to touch her. Then she'll put her hands up. Does that mean,
Really?
That means somebody slapped me.
Who, Maleyha?
Could be her, could be the other. Probably both of them.
You mean
she doesn't yell at.
you mean the two kids? If you put hand close to the head, they're going to be like avoid.
Yeah, they're showing off, like rubbing her hair because he rubs my Maleyha.
Maleyha.
Jackie. Oh, he was full of anger. You see why? And his other son is, I think he gets in the boot, Jack. His name's Arlo, and he's, I think he's sick. And he's thick. And
There's Ronnie in my chat right there. Is that your comment that I was reading earlier, Ronnie? The one that I was laughing that Maleyha's White Knight was writing under? You're saying Maleyha seems to have a problem with people who see through her. That's why she's hiding. That's why she's icing Belinda out. Well, she's been icing her out. I mean, that would be her pattern of behavior for going on years now. She iced Belinda and Cody out of the picture by taking them to court to get full custody, no holds barred, making her unapproachable in that sense, and going with Daniel, getting hooked on the, glass stick in that sense. Oh, self-preservation, Julia, in that sense.
violent.
I know
So he probably gets him a big jacket.
Justin, right? Another guy playing Justin. Justin is the brother of Daniel Martel.
We never seen the brother ever before. When he came to the house when they were missing. The mother, she never ever talked to him. She didn't say hi or fuck off. She came, like when they were missing, they come into the house. But we never seen them ever before that. And the father, he came to the house too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When the father kept going up in the woods, right beside him.
I know. Actually,
there's something fishy. But where they were looking, they're probably like 10 miles in the fucking woods. If they ain't alive, they're buried way in the woods. Like a toward, like Muscadal, there's all these bathrooms. And there's a train track right here. So the train station probably used to go there. Like she had.
That's why what people are saying. You saw the pictures of Daniel Martel and his father on the ATV.
They never had that before.
Everything
I never seen that ATV before.
Yeah, before that. Everything you could press is kind of messy, but just the ATV is so fucking clean.
I wonder how.
So it tells me I know where that $34,000 went.
Where are they search? Why don't they search about from here to the end? See that?
No.
This all goes way down, probably 3 miles.
But the thing is, why Maleyha, she saw something. She must saw something. Her story was same as Daniel Martel.
Yeah.
Why she don't come out and say something like that?
I don't know why you bring it around. You just spotting
And I
Yeah.
saw a picture the other day. The Maleyha, she was on the beach with her friend.
Yeah,
saw the picture?
she goes to the beach every day.
She go to the beach every day.
Yeah, it's like it's nothing.
Do you think that they actually have the kid?
No, he don't have them. Somebody got him or they killed him.
Have you ever been to a place in the supermarket?
No.
You never been there?
I was at the grandmother's. I used to hang with her dad like a long time ago. But it's crazy on the reserve at night.
Yeah, you don't want to go there, man. I
want to be a cop because they fucking
I can probably go there. People are gonna think I'm a native too. I'll be free.
My great grandmother is Paul McNair. And I'm related to him.
My friend. Yeah.
I get this here. You heard of East Preston?
East Press? No.
North Preston? East Preston?
No.
Shubenacadie Reserve used to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all areas, all so-called black people.
Yeah.
So they took the lighter skinned people and put them in Shubenacadie. And the Brooks, these are Brooks. She can get her card so she can get money a house. And if Brooks is an East Preston, they don't get any money.
Sure, man.
And they won't register them. I can't even get registered. And my great grandmother, Paul McNash, and she's from, it's called Fort Foley Reserve. You go to Sackville, New Brunswick, and you go way down toward Florida. Most of the so-called black people are Micmac. Same people, different names. They can't get the head.
Yeah, bro. You know what?
I treat everybody the same. You know what I'm saying?
I said RCMP is so useless.
Yeah.
Anything. They only check the cam footage, the trail cam footage after like 20
That
days.
ain't no truth.
Yeah, that's not good.
They should have cordoned off the whole fucking block. People all in the house. People in the woods.
They're saying
I was even in the woods. Before I even got to the place, they said the kids are missing. The first thing I thought, I think, damn.
Yeah,
I even told the police.
I can't blame them. I mean, I
It's him. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Yeah.
And the girl knows. Maleyha knows.
So, call it the halfway point. So, Wade and everybody, for sure, knew because Maleyha was telling them about the level of abuse in the household way back in December and went to the trouble of getting a U-Haul ready. That tells you that it was already well known and talked about back then. And he then turns and it now says, as soon as I heard the kids were missing, the first thing that I thought about was Daniel. So hence the abuse that was occurring within that house. Now, how could you not put that together in your mind, especially from the perspective of detectives, meaning that the detectives are on this like stink on a monkey in that sense. They have to be as suspicious because of this corroborating witness testimony, we'll call it. I think I saw comments about calling Raid a racist in that circumstance. The only thing that I got in that conversation that he was talking about the segregation of already oppressed people, and they split up, meaning the federal government split up and sent the same people to two different places and called them different things, meaning tribal leaders and bands in that circumstance. That's not necessarily racism. That's just history in that sense. Even though there's racist tones to it, it's not. The racist tone is the subject matter, not the person. and they were talking about, somebody might chat, I'm not sure if they were being honest, but a couple of people mentioned about him saying that he had to beat Daniel's ass at some point. I'm still trying to keep a listen for that. I don't remember that being a topic, but keep your ear out for that just in case. Wade having to beat his ass. He should have beat his ass, for crying out loud. The only mention of it that I heard was him mentioning, if I knew that somebody was abusing me in that circumstance, that he would go and break their effing legs in that sense as a response, rather than what was happening. You know, why he didn't incorporate that way of thinking into this circumstance a little bit earlier, I don't know. But I don't think that that's exactly what he was meaning.
Guess what? They're 34,000 in debt. So they might have been ripping off
You mean Daniel Martel?
both of them, probably.
Uh,
See, they're probably registering all 5 kids.
that wouldn't surprise me. I only work like once a week.
You get this here?
It's not even working.
So you wouldn't get no money at the 20th. You know, you get the child or the kid.
And you heard Slim Pickens that... Is that what he said? You heard Wade say he better not come around here now. I'll beat his arse. Daniel, you should go visit Wade. I want to make sure Tint's there to record it. I want to see some drone shots of you getting your ass kicked. Because it's just good enough, Lilly, to fool the system because of the need to be filing for Meadow in that circumstance. So I'm suspecting that they did it when they got Meadow and they moved in together. A new arrangement in that circumstance. So you can update your baby bonus and your tax information, in other words, with CRA and fiddle with the numbers. But, I mean, you might only get away with that until the system flags it and it gets investigated, and then they audit you in that sense. And then they come after you. But they got a lot more to worry about than that $34,000 at this point.
Checks.
Yeah, not like milk money.
They're ripping them off. They owe 34,000. She ran her grandmother's credit card. 8,000. They didn't even stole the card, and she didn't even done.
See, that sounds about right. So there'll be a scale. So you'll be able to go and search online. If you go search Canada Revenue Agency, they have allotments. Like, they'll be in such a low tax bracket, they'll be getting the maximum allowable that the government will allow. Because if you make more money and you claim it on your taxes and you have children, you're still eligible. You just don't get as much per month because of how much you make. Whereas somebody who makes a lot less than the other person receives a larger chunk of that pie, okay? So if you fall into the lowest category like they do, like as if somebody has no job, then they would qualify for the maximum amount that they would allot in that circumstance. So multiply that. I know it from one child, okay? Although mine's a little different scenario. There is 3 in that house. And when there's 3, why not just add on a couple more? Like, how do they know they don't live with me in that circumstance? Well, they're not going to recognize that, okay, until probably at least 2 tax seasons. And within that 2 years, which would be just around the right amount of time that they moved in together, you would probably, I'm just rounding that number off, but $34,000 would probably cover 2 years of the money that they were overpaid in their, we'll call it, tax benefit. Their child tax benefit in that circumstance would be called in Canada. So that sounds about right. 2 years, 34 about their $1,000. That's $14,000 extra over a 12-month period. It sounds plausible.
Another time she borrowed $1,600. Said she'll pay her the next year. And she told her right to her face, I'm not paying you back. You can't be here to
I think
As if she said that. She told her right to her face that she's not paying her back. You took your credit card, maxed the hell out, and you're going to have to deal with it. What a biatch. We're going to have to remember to remind Maleyha of that circumstance should we ever see her.
I think probably don't know myself. But do you think?
don't bring them the
Yeah, but some people online also said maybe Maleyha did to get the shit to reserve because
they're
Daniel
not
Martel
gonna
was
reserve.
being abusive to the kid.
He
So
was,
she was
but
trying
why'd she
to
leave?
protect those two kids.
I know, but where are they at?
Yeah, that's what Doe would say. Doe would say
You never
Maleyha
know.
for those kids to the supermarket.
No, she just had the baby there, but the CPS took her and they put her
So
in foster care for now. I think she's getting her back
middle,
and then gonna
middle.
live on the reserve.
So she has a kid right now, or
But why didn't his kids disappear? Daniel's two other kids, you get what I'm saying?
that's why I was trying to figure it out, man. It's so strange.
I don't care if they're at the mall or not.
Mm.
They're probably gone before the morning. You get what I'm saying?
But I just don't understand, man.
Think about the negative effects of the household and the things that they fought over. Not to mention the drug abuse and the controlling aspects over him being her dealer within this relationship. So he's really keeping her hooked on those drugs during all of this, which adds another layer of cruelty to it.
No offense, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect him. I respect her, Maleyha.
Yeah.
But why she act like this? She's not sad. She go to beach
Yeah.
every day, like you said.
Every day.
So strange. But everybody thinks she's a mother. Do you
no,
remember
she ain't no good.
Belinda? Belinda says she's a mother. You know Belinda?
No, she don't.
She don't.
Belinda never seen her. The kids for 3 years.
She didn't see a kid for 3 years.
The boyfriend, he was fucking crazy. He used to be there. The other, the real baby there. And we moved them from Greenfield. You ever heard of Greenfield? They had 100 bags of dirty diapers in the basement. Come on.
Oh, she's.
And he's from Mustang. Yeah, I feel good.
Probably doing drugs, but it's too much abuse on her, so she's just alarmed, right?
He's probably pimping her up there.
Yeah.
The neighbor, he does.
So Wade suggested that he might be pimping her out on top of it all too. Wade brought that up. That's interesting. Hold on.
Yeah. The neighbor, he does barrel racing all around.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia.
And,
They can come back anytime.
yes,
Like,
my
come
friend.
and visit.
For sure. Thank you so much, yeah. Really appreciate it.
There's beaches over here, like Trud Wash.
You know, the RCMP, they have a reward for $100 to $2,000 if you can find the kids.
Yeah, if I had the kids, I had the money. You know what I'm saying?
But if you can find out where's Maleyha living in Super 90, let me know. And
I don't think they're
we'll spare the money.
You never know. You never know. In the woods, you won't find them.
Yeah, but
You see all the woods there? You can go 20 miles that way. They could have went 20 miles that way towards like Muscadollet, and the kids could be buried.
Exactly.
But they should have cautioned the whole fucking trailer right off. No people on it. You get what I'm saying? And plus, when I was, the day they went missing, I seen one of Lilly's shirts on the car here in the coat. I forgot all about it. I'm the only one that noticed that. Even what you say?
I'm sorry, what did you say? You
know them cars that are parked outside?
The Daniel Martel's car?
Yeah, there's a shirt.
What is it, sure? Is it
and one of Lilly's shirts and a jacket. On the car, like on the wind right here.
It was a nice day after the folks missing.
They could have been gone that night at 11 that night. May 1st. You get what I'm saying? You might just put them on the camera to show that they're at the whatever, the mall, whatever, and they never made it on you, though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm not sure how he passed the polygraph test, though.
They just tell you that you passed.
Yeah.
But they tell when you're lying.
Yeah.
They hook all this shit up. Some of them they make you lie to see how it comes out. But there's some they know that you're lying, and they'll ask you the question a different way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell he.
Well, that's true. I think can never confirm that he actually passed or not. Right? So he's the only one saying he passed it.
They say you passed, but do you really pass? Maybe some questions you passed and some you didn't. Yeah.
Exactly.
They just tell you that. keep you talking.
He is lying all the time. Everybody say
But the police still said he didn't go on no news. There's a couple of news people coming there. He said no interviews. You can come in.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry, the police still ain't talking already. No media.
I know. He's the piece.
See, they're doing it for the money. Now they're painting the burn. You see the paint on the burn at their house?
Yeah, I saw.
How come they didn't clean up the air in the kitchen? You get what I'm saying?
You got the point, man.
Yeah, no. That's the first thing I said. Now, what did Daniel do with it? That's the first thing I said. He probably told them right off the top. Before even, as soon as we were leaving to go there, the day they're in there. Yeah. I was saying right off the top. So he thought he did something.
Maybe.
But she knows. So
maybe it's an overdose. So.
Yeah, you never know.
Maleyha probably should feel like she is partially responsible too, so she can't talk.
I'm surprised he ain't in jail for neglect.
Exactly. Everybody's saying
they should have took all three of them in jail anyway.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's gonna talk. Then just leave them in there.
I've been to like supermarket a couple of times already, and that place, trust me, you don't want to go there. You feel white, you feel black, but for me, I'm okay. That's why I'm a native, even I'm not.
Yep.
Yeah. So my friend,
you kind of look like you could fit right in.
Yeah. If you know,
I know all kinds of people there, so I had no.
Yeah. If you happen to know the address in the supermarket, where Maleyha right now, let me know, bro.
Yeah.
Let's try to find it together. Yeah.
Sesame
Street?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I know there's a Sesame Street.
Is it closer to a school or the?
No, it's way down the other end.
Hold on. Close to the police station? Or the
I don't really know that. Like a rec center.
The rec center?
Like a rec center.
What's that? Is that a church?
Like a gym.
Gym? Oh, could be a school. Yeah.
I don't think it is.
I saw it's a huge school. So
it's like a big thing there. Oh, there before that on you go left. And that place I was telling you, go from here to send up the road. So it's on the left, that road, whatever that road.
I don't know what's your number, bro?
My number?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they're not there. We were there. We were right in the.
You were in the supermarket?
I said they're gone.
For me, I don't know why
the kids are gone.
Darren. Why he keeps saying the kids
yeah. I don't know why they don't take them in. If he knew where they were, he'd have the money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you guys probably should sue him, man. Did Maleyha actually get a lawyer, or she doesn't have a lawyer?
Bro, I got the knick-knack lawyer. Before that, she had fucking money. $34,000. $34,000 in debt. And it's fully with a 1 day a week. I was reporting.
You know what I think?
Soon as she got her check, she used to get her check. 2 days later, she's phoning her grandmother. And her grandmother got money. And she still sends her money. Now, how can you spend? She's probably getting $2,000 something a month. And it's gone in 2 days. Impossible. How can you spend $2,000? So she might be on the drug too. I don't know.
Yeah, Pokemon is not going to cost that much. That's what I know.
Yeah.
They might tell you, only know if you have a hobby for fishing or Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's not going to cost that much.
Fishing. No, the grandmother taking all their money. Or the mother, Dan's mother. It's all like inside.
There's a tidbit. Take how you want it, but he's suggesting that Janie's taking a significant cut for rent in that circumstance for Maleyha and the kids all living there. She's way ahead of the game in that circumstance. Ooh. Man, this Wade he's onto them.
Fishing. No, the grandmother taking all their money. Or the mother, Dan's mother.
Dan's mother's taking all their money. Janie. Crazy Janie. That nutter. My Daniel would never do such a thing.
The grandmother taking all their money. Or the mother, Dan's mother. It's all like inside. You tell it all. You get the weird feeling there when everybody was around.
Yeah.
That you come up to.
Did he just say the word incest? Layla 25, incest, definitely incest. He has an accent. Did he catch that? Did he really just say that right there? Let me rewind again. He's suggesting the relationship over there is incestuous. Remember what we were talking up in here a while ago about, it wasn't just a joke. Like, there's some weird shit going on with the dynamic between this lot and the things that they think are normal. All right? Let's hear this again. Wow, Wade, you're bringing it on home, brother.
Cindy's son's sister. What's her name?
Sounds the same.
Haley. Must have heard Haley on
Haley Mackenzie.
She goes, "You get out of my fucking yard." That's what the Janny come right up to her. "You get out of my fucking yard. Don't you accuse my fucking son." And I just walked up the top of the hill. I ain't giving no fucking.
Even she was one of the
You can tell she
YouTube.
probably beat the shit out of Daniel and them in there. Yeah. You can tell she didn't play it.
She was one find the pink.
So Janie, that was what was going on at the end of the driveway. Janie going after somebody who was accusing Daniel, the tweaker, of tweaking and having something to do with all of this. Gee, why so defensive? She was ready to throw hands. She was physically attacking another person on that first day. Jesus Christ, we were right all along about the incest in that circumstance. Daniel, you're a dirty dog, dude. You could be arrested just for that. Pretty sure that's legal in Nova Scotia. Laurie Green, what are you on about? No disrespect, but it's all a bit late saying all of this now. You mean from Wade's perspective? You're just looking for something to dig him against. You should be happy and celebrate Wade's statements and all of this, because it brings us one step closer to bringing justice in this case. He's going to be very important in the long run. He's not going to have any problem getting up there testifying during a trial as a witness for the prosecution, introducing Wade, standing ovation in the courtroom. He's going to be a hero in this circumstance at this point in time. You can be overly critical, all you want, but that's really, it's just all, I get it, man. I get it. You got to see both sides. You can't just be all painted one side and one side's right over the other. I appreciate the contrarian in you, Laurie, in this circumstance, because I had to mention that. But the kids are gone now, you're saying. Kids that could have been saved. Yeah, I knew where you're going with that, because you're right. You're right? So this is what makes it difficult. This is what makes these situations so difficult, because you're not wrong. I'm just trying to rub it in. I'm trying to get Karen all pissed off for tomorrow. Just how wonderful Wade is. Our man Wade. She's got a real boner on, a hard on for this guy. No way. Wade is our star witness in this circumstance if we want any hope for justice.
Show up on the tree. Show up on thing at
Was there really a shirt?
That's one of the blankets.
But how to get to the tree?
Yeah, Patty Burns. We're talking about Daniel. We're talking about Daniel and his mom, Janie. Incestuous, they call it. Like they're part of the Spanish royal family, that level. A circular family tree. Diddlers. Touching each other. Because it has all of the indicators of SA as well all over the place. And why wouldn't we just naturally assume this in this circumstance, considering the substances that are involved and its effects on the human physiology and sexuality? All right, Bonnie. And that's being a big secret and could be a contributing factor to why the kids have black eyes all the goddamn time. Anal penetration. I don't want to get too dirty in that circumstance, but it's common with children who are SA'd. This is why Andrew, that weirdo over there, loves panda bears so much.
Yeah.
Now, when they found that blanket, did they already searching that area? Was it already searched? Or was it put there after it was there?
Yeah.
But I heard it was on a trail, like a 4-wheel trail. But how would it get up in the tree?
Exactly.
Like the kids would have dropped it. It's gonna be on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But that blanket could have been there for fucking 5 years. You don't get what I'm saying?
I don't think that.
I'm going up here. There's a sweater in the tree up here.
So let's just put it this way. Let me put it this way. Here's how close and tangible we are with this. I just thought of something. It is heartbreaking, sweet tea, but bear yourself. So, for example, Wade just brought up the fact that considering they've got no inhibitions, they're abusing substances, they do everything and anything, including steal for money. Selling your body over Craigslist in these circumstances, which have been already brought up by we'll call it the YouTube streets and people in the ether, unverified, but it doesn't matter. I'm talking about the signs at this point in time. But where I'm going with all of this, from a controller and a person who's making these particular substances in which they're hooked to, like the shake and bake, he's got control over her. And as soon as he broke her and he starts selling her sexually, there's no respect or love between the two in this circumstance. He's controlling her. He's pimping her out, possibly. And as soon as he's crossed that threshold, it's nothing to go and continue the abuse onto the children and violate them from a disgusting pedo and a chomo like Daniel probably is in the circumstance. You ask and wonder, well, where's the evidence of all of that? It's all around you at every step of the way. Okay? It's just a shot away. That's me simplifying it as well, but it's just that way in the circumstance. As soon as he knew that he could get away with whatever he wanted to, and he defiled and he downgraded his otherwise woman that he loved, who was pregnant with his child, or he wants you to think that he was in love with, when in fact she's just with her drug dealer. That's all it turns into, because their entire lives revolve around getting high on the shake and bake. And when they're not getting high, they're coming off of it and they're getting their next fucking ingredients to make their next batch. And that will consume their entire time, because it's a process. That'll consume up all of their time. Do a little four-wheeling in between there. He's like the Uber of shake and bake. He Ubers out his product. And business isn't all that fucking good either. It's not all that good. So you know that they're getting high on their own supply in that circumstance, and it was to the detriment of these children at the end of the day. So Wade here again is bringing up, there's no reason, like, he's put a lot of thought into this. There's no reason to be bringing up these sexual things if they weren't otherwise probably true in this circumstance. You can see the inappropriate relationship, the level of denial, the inappropriateness just showed its face on the CBC when she responded to a simple question about Daniel's culpability in a situation where it's blatantly obvious he's the number one suspect. Along with Maleyha, you would be an idiot if you thought otherwise. But yet your denial and guilt, you had to scream. You almost came out of your skin, girlfriend. Because your lover boy there, you can't have your lover boy out of the picture very long. There's something very disturbing about this little relationship. You're putting your love for yourself and your incestuous love for your son Daniel ahead of the well-being of two innocent children. And remember, children are innocent. They didn't ask to be put in this situation. A situation that kept being held over Maleyha's head at all points, adding to the contention in the household. You know, putting together a circumstantial evidence for a no-body case here couldn't be any easier, because it has all the elements under motive. All right? Interpersonal conflict, I think we could constitute that as. Lean on Me says, yeah, Janie said they went to town and I didn't know what they bought. Oh, God. It's not even worth... I know it's difficult not to talk about what they say. They're so full of shit. Everything. Oh, my gosh. She may have been pimped out before she even knew him, in my opinion, Lori. That's a strong possibility. She might have been into that back with Cody in that circumstance. How do you think they got together in the first place? Maybe Daniel fell in love with the hoe he met on Craigslist. You can't make a hoe a housewife. You know this. Oh, well, Queez, I'm sorry if I broke your heart, but it's a big it's symbolism within the pedophile world in that circumstance. I didn't just make that up. Yeah, panda bears are ruined. Unfortunately, there's some things. So are swastikas. The Nazis ruined those things. Oh, here we go. Monkey mind. If Sunny was ethical, she would take all monies earned from her channel and give it to fund for missing and exploited kids. Like hell, that's a waste of time. These organizations are well funded. Stop trying to virtue signal and all of this nonsense. Never donate to those things. Never donate to those things. Ever. Go donate it directly to EquiSearch or something like that. Go directly to their website and give them money if you're so eager to burn money like that. Janie has an OnlyFans, only in a certain sector of Nova Scotia, Pictou County. That's disgusting, Explorer Core. You come in here talking like that, you funny SOB. That is some funny stuff. There's plenty of physical evidence. They'll be exactly what they need, Joe Neal, but it's circumstantial. We don't need physical evidence. We don't need some physical evidence when it comes to continuing with this prosecution of the nobody, unfortunately, Daniel and Joe. On the contrary, my friend, the lack of evidence is evidence enough because it just is. That's right from the legal book. Queez, I've never seen a pic of small kids with their eyes black in that circumstance. It's something you never forget. Oh, yeah, that's so... it's part of a lot of training, in that sensitivity training and things like this, when you deal with individuals who've experienced unfortunate events in their life, especially children. As soon as you're in the know, it's a different game. You're like, oh, fuck, nothing's the same anymore. I was speaking on supplies to make more. Oh, okay, lean on me. Pardon moi. Yeah, Mike, you're talking my language out there. They will make an arrest even if no bodies are found in this case with this one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like the inconsistencies are so blatant. They qualify for every other, we'll call it, qualifier. Now, we don't know that for sure because the crown prosecutor will have his little, of course, say in everything. But it's looking pretty good. It's possible. We meet the criteria was the word I was looking for. Criteria.
On your way to Oxford, I was looking. I said, look at the shirt in the tree. You see what I'm saying? I could have been there for 10 years.
I was saying, like,
The same as his footprint. Where that footprint could have been anybody's footprint.
yeah, one footprint was on the sidewalk.
Like you could be walking, and it might take half of your foot.
Yeah.
And you look like a kid's breath. Oh. Now that print could have been there 10 years.
So one of the footprint was confirmed. The only confirmed one was on the driveway of the house. Another one was near the pipeline. Yeah.
That ain't fuck all.
That doesn't mean anything, right?
That don't mean shit.
Shit, yeah.
That's right. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
If they ain't.
The same
If they ain't
story.
with nobody, they killed him.
No.
They said the boy don't nothing to him, but he probably flipped out and broke his pocket up. Or smothered him. I still say he's not even nothing. I won't say that to say this. I just know that he's up. I know that he did something to it.
Cindy
And they buried him way in the fucking woods that you ain't finding it.
It must be really hard on the grandmother too.
Yeah.
Was Cindy cry?
Yeah. She cries all the time.
All the times.
Yeah. And the great grandmother, because she don't get on. That's the other, not Cindy's mother. She was never interviewed or nothing. And they lived there for a year or something. And they should have stayed there. Yeah. Instead of get a job and
I know.
Then she was gonna give her the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice house. Now she's selling the house. And she's moving to an apartment. So I hope her son, the thing is now, his name's Hayden.
Daniel Martel, he's not going to tell shit. He's not going to tell you he did or anything. But seems like
they gotta put him in jail.
Maleyha,
put them all in the jail.
Maleyha seems like she knows something.
That's why I told her, there's only 3 people there. I don't know why I'm doing this.
She's probably going to talk. Talk with Maleyha. Talk with her.
That's it.
She's going to talk. Yeah, eventually she's going to break.
That's it. Put them all in jail.
Yeah.
I said, there's only 3 people there. I don't mind doing this.
I know she's your stepdaughter, but for the kids, man. Kids always first.
I know, but she didn't care.
She didn't care.
She bring them over, the clothes are fucking filthy, dude.
Was she always
her
like
faces,
this?
Yeah.
Or it was
she wasn't brought up like that.
Or it was after.
Yeah, she wouldn't even clean up after herself. She wouldn't even sweep the floor.
Was she
do her fucking dishes?
Yeah.
Fucking dishes.
Yeah.
They told her to do fucking dishes now. And clean up after yourself.
Did she change a lot?
He's still fucking going on about cleaning up the dishes and cleaning up after himself. Yeah, he sounds like a guy who spent a significant amount of time around her. You know, the things that he's a nag. He's like a parent, right? He sounds like somebody who's human and he cares, for the well-being of another individual, which is a lot more that you can say for the parents and looking after Jack and Lilly in this circumstance. Lori Green is all pissed off in my live chat still, though.
Is she moving with the Martel, or is she always like this?
She was like that with the other boy.
With other
I told her there's 100 bags of diapers. Dirty diapers and piss and shit.
But the other guy was beating her, right?
Yeah, he
was abused. Okay.
And this guy abused her too, so she must like it to stay.
So, I wonder if it was just a same sort of relationship. So they're alleging that there was domestic abuse between Cody as well. Cody and Maleyha, and Daniel and Maleyha. Out of the pot and into the fire, I think they say. I think there's a better way to say that, though. You think you're shadow banned over there, Cooper? Probably. They probably come through here and make sure that they ban every single person. Especially after you talk so disparagingly against them tonight. Sonny's never going to forgive you. I'm familiar, Mr. Hemi. They ice men out of the child's life only to then slag them as deadbeats. These aren't quality men in this story, though, either. Yeah. But that's us out here. When we don't know anything, we compare it to what's generic and what otherwise we consider to be normal as per society standards, right? When indeed everybody's just a little different in their own unique ways. Not saying that that's okay. I'm just saying it's where our mindsets are. I appreciate that, sweet tea. Yeah, I think we'll probably get to know more about that story in time. You're talking about Grandma Patty and Maleyha in this house on the reserve that she was going to get, but she's now turning around and selling it, you're saying? Did Wade mention that? She's walking away from a family life. I think it's bizarre at this point to even hear that she's fighting for Meadow. It just says, well, it doesn't sound like Maleyha's getting supervised visits with Maleyha at this point in time. So it's a little odd to me that she's just up and abandoned all her kids in that sense. Like, there's something very fucking bizarre going on here. My mind's ready for anything. I don't know about you guys. Whatever it is, it's not going to be very nice. I'm expecting the worst case scenario. We're starting to find out that Daniel's relationship with his mother Janie's incestuous. Oh, that's so fucking disturbing. It's so gross, dude. No wonder she was already flopping out of that zip-up shirt that she had on the other night in the CBC interview. She probably just got done having a full-body rub down with the old lady, your mom's. How does that feel? That's fucking so gross. So gross. But it is funny for people to bring that up and chat with you in your relationship with your mother. Exactly, who wears the pants in that relationship? You're getting bossed around by your mom all the time, still to this day. And you're supposed to be a fucking drug dealer, hard as a fuck. Come on, dude. Oh, shit. You can't even make money with that. He certainly has a problem controlling himself, doesn't he? I wonder what that old nasty mattress... I wonder what happened to that mattress for it to get thrown outside. Any guesses? I still think about that. Every mattress like that has a story. I don't know if I really want to know about it. Fuck. I don't know, but certain Daniel and his mom share a bed. Oh, you would think so now that the kids are gone. There's no sense crying in there all by yourself. You may as well get your mom in there, make you some hot cocoa, give you a foot rub right before bed, maybe read you the paper. Probably read you the sports section a little bit, get your mind off things. Stressful day in that sense. Or either that or you're tweaking together. Like, I mean, I'm expecting the most bizarre scenario possible. And I'm thinking it's probably happening here. So, I mean, we're not too far away from already violation of all kinds of other social norms or crossing boundaries. He's already crossed one with probably pimping out Maleyha in that circumstance, engaging in that sort of shady behavior. Nothing says I love you like that, does it? The Craigslist lover. Undercover. Part-time lovers. I wonder if she hand feeds him grapes. Oh, it's so romantic, Sky Maiden. Resembles something more like what you would think Norman from Psycho and his mother's relationship looked like. Oh, my mother's not going to like that very much. Oh, hello. Maybe Maleyha left the kids at home while working. She came home and the kids are gone. I think we're probably getting pretty close to what's happened here, Mel. You can't, in a situation where there's physical abuse like this, it's almost no sense in speculating any further until some answers gets, some questions get answered. I'm going to have to go on the sides of the probability, the statistics in the circumstance. Especially that the risk factor in this household is, they don't even, that's so far off the Richter, you have to reclassify it. It's so damn high. They have every element in this circumstance, in this scenario, the boxes checked. Risk, higher risk, highest risk, even higher than that risk. Oh, off the scale risk. And on top of it all, Maleyha was probably, so not only did she have the drugs working against her, isolating her away from family and friends in that sense until she needed something. Like, she was selectively isolating, but that means the children as well, right? So the children were isolated from otherwise normal social activities by the sounds of it. Janie calling Lilly a diva was very concerning in your opinion. Ginger Girls, where did you hear that? Was that one of the tapes that they had in one of those private conversations? That is concerning as well. You're right. This is a 4 and a 6-year-old. I mean, did she mean it as a term of endearment? I doubt it. It's hard to believe that she has any human emotions, considering the level of lies that's coming out of her mouth. Margaret Johnson, do you come over here in my chat just to make fun of the girls over at It's a Criming Shame? The shit-talking people over there. Everybody's pairing up. Don't let it divide you. Everybody has their moments. Be forgiving. But don't be afraid to tell them. Don't be afraid to troll them. That's what, you can troll them in ways that's unique and funny. And remind them that they're going too far in that sense. You might have to use a sock account.
Phone the police and get out of there. That's it.
Just like a maximum phone.
You wait till he's sleeping and fucking. And you cripple him and put the fucking knife in him. Like put a knife right in his fucking back. And your own body.
Yeah.
Phone the police and see you later. Yeah. Take the.
I can't disagree with Wade right there. He's talking about really Maleyha trying to escape an otherwise abusive situation that she was complicit to. Using our hindsight and everything at this point in time. And he's telling you that his escape plan of that situation would include like a steak knife in his back. Well, she called the cops and he'd take off, Like, this guy's pretty set about his suspicions in this circumstance and take the charge. I think the cops would probably understand you're operating in self-defense. And they would. But it's interesting how open he is, how candid he is about his feelings in the circumstance. I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? He beat you. He must try to get off. I told my daughter. The last girl, I beat the shit out of her. Said he picked her up and dropped her on her head. Way out in Elmsdale. So I got him when he's in town. I beat the shit right out of him. I said, I hope you drop dead, you overdose, you fucking drug addict.
There it is right there. That's what the guys were talking about from this morning's chat. Now, the question is, was he talking about Daniel? Or was he talking about somebody else that he knew that was in a situation similar? I didn't get that he was talking about Daniel, but I did get it. So you guys were right in my chat earlier from this morning. Fucking surprising me. Goddamn chat surprises me sometimes. You guys are good. You guys really picked them out. Now I'm going to have to listen to that a couple times to get it. Maybe we'll listen to it one more time here. That is at timestamp, really, 31 minutes.
Way out in Elmsdale. So I got him when he's in town. I beat the shit.
Right there. 31:10. Let me go back a little bit.
I put a knife right in his fucking back. And your own body.
So he's talking about Daniel there. He's talking about Daniel here, but he doesn't mention his name again. So does that mean he's still referring to Daniel?
Yeah. Phone the police and see you later. Yeah. Take the charge. You know what I'm saying? He beat you. You must try to get off. I told my daughter. The last girl, I beat the shit out of her. Said he picked her up and dropped her on her head.
I think he is talking about him. Maleyha told Wade that Daniel picked her up and dropped her on her head. And he had to go over and beat the shit out of him to straighten him out. Fuck, that's interesting as all hell.
I beat the shit out of it. Said he picked her up and dropped her out of here. Way over in Helmsdale. So I got him when he's in town. I beat the shit right out of him. I said, I hope you drop dead and overdose you fucking drug addict.
If anyone touch me,
Then I looked
I'm
in
going to jail for
obituaries
sure.
the other day, and he passed away out west.
No,
Overdose.
it's a different person. It's not Daniel. It's some other guy. It's not Daniel. It's somebody else. Then he's looking in the obituaries out west, and he's passed away. He's talking about a different story. It's hard to determine because it's a bit of a run-on situation. Okay. I'm glad we have that cleared up. Doesn't mean he's not going to put some ass kicking into Daniel. I hope he does.
Oh.
That was my daughter.
I don't know anyone here is going to drop.
Yeah. Old hair is all
New
meth.
Glasgow,
Even all old hair is meth.
Peachtree counties,
Yeah.
mass head everywhere.
I don't even like taking an ad. I had to take an Advil for my arm. I didn't want to take that.
Bones, yeah.
Fuck, it's still so.
Hey, my friend, if you want like drones, like anything, you go like drones. I have
Somebody over here got one.
Yeah.
You saw them, dude?
I saw them on the movie on that. If you want, I can start.
You got camera and stuff?
That camera, all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to text you a message, and I'm going to send you a picture and other stuff.
So when I get home, I'll see your number. And I'll call you.
For sure.
Like it won't ring, but it's ringing, but it don't ring.
Yeah, I'll text you so you get my number.
Number
Yeah,
to the drive home.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You got a lighter
Like
in
I
there?
say, my friend, if you have a...
I don't know if Tint's Chinese or some other... He might be Korean or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know anything. I don't know his name. He's of Asian descent in that circumstance. He's from Ontario, I think.
Yeah, information of the address of Maleyha. Let me know, bro.
Yeah.
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 That's
I'm just saying the kids ain't.
I know, bro.
But you never know.
Well,
If they ain't,
maybe I can
if
go
they
ask
ain't,
her.
if they ain't anywhere,
But she knows something,
they're
right?
dead in the woods. So far out, you ain't
I know.
finding
The
us.
kid maybe it's not there, but she could know something, you know? So,
Yeah, we never knew that. All of it.
yeah.
But she knew he was on drugs and he beat the kid, beat her. Why she still there?
Maybe you have a
Bring
PTSD
the
or
kid.
something. So traumatized. Maybe.
No, ain't no. When they beat my kids, I'm getting away from you and I'm breaking your
Yeah.
fucking legs.
You're right about that.
Before I leave, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm folding the piece.
Yeah. Some women, right, just maybe,
Yeah, they can't use
care more about
drugs and liquor as an excuse.
yeah. I
Get
know.
the hell, especially your kids.
Some abusive
That's what she
women,
says. I'm
uh,
the white kid. On the counter.
Yeah.
And you see why they're white.
Oh, there's a wood chopper? Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. I have to say that he is a decent person. I have a lot of respect for him. And I also can understand that this may cause some disturbance to him or Cindy. But I'm sorry. They're sure going to understand that those kids, Jack and Lilly, are the top priority. To find those kids, we're all going down to the devil himself, whatever it takes. But if your children were missing, God forbid, would you mind a stranger will tell a little white lie to find your kids?
Yeah, I get your point, man. I get your point. I get your point, Tint. One party province. One party system. Norbeaster, 5 minutes with me, and he wouldn't be walking anymore. Lucky for him, I'm not willing to go to jail because I have a daughter that I care about. Unlike Daniel and Maleyha. Oh. That was fantastic. He's talking about a pedo that used to live back there and moved to Alberta when he got out of jail to start a new life and OD'd. Laurie McNutt saying, yes, thank you very much for straightening that out. What happened with Belinda? What did Maleyha do? You have to rewind a little bit if you want to catch up, but in a nutshell, she was trying to endorse, she was trying to make a deal to endorse a certain GoFundMe fundraiser with all of these extra celebratory effects for an event they were trying to plan in that sense. She was trying to really grip for money in that circumstance, in a nutshell. But there's a few things. added on to that. You have to rewind a little bit, CB, excuse me. Belinda called out the behavior because Belinda was the one who was approached, and she wanted Maleyha to verify, the legitimacy of this GoFundMe or GoFraudMe. And after she brought up her questioning, that's when they pulled the plug on it and put blame back on everybody else for causing too much drama. So they couldn't raise. They wanted to raise $25,000, if you can believe that, and $12,000 of that was going to go towards these bouncy castles. Those bouncy castles for kids? $12,000 worth of them. That's your hard-earned money at work there? Oh God! And it was brought up and mentioned that those particular funds, should they in theory be raised, could have went to bring in teams of cadaver dogs or divers as needed to bring the kids home in that circumstance. But of course, Maleyha is looking for an opportunity to solidify this false narrative of the kids walking off into the woods in that circumstance. How many more times are we going to have to hear them put the blame back onto these children for whatever happened? And I think it's going to be a continuous thing up until they prosecute these SOBs in a court of law. Oh, you guys are going hard at her. Sunny's showing off tonight how many people who are somehow connected to missing kids she's had on the show. It's disgusting. You guys are hard on her. I'm going to have to go check it out. I will go do that. I'm going to go see if there's anything worth watching in that circumstance. $12,000 worth of bouncy house rentals. 127 bouncy houses. Well, that's pretty expensive. Oh, anyway. I don't think it's necessarily Belinda, Mike. I mean, that's your prerogative it's your prerogative for not liking Belinda in this circumstance, but she's got a reason to be here as opposed to anybody else. She's kin to the children in that circumstance. Maybe it's Sunny's influence upon her. Has Sunny ruined Belinda in this sense? Made it all about fundraising and false promises and hope? I think, in my opinion, Belinda's done her due diligence in remaining grounded and realistic to the reality of the situation at hand, no matter who in that moment is trying to exploit her for clicks and views. Right? Is that what you were getting at? But anyway, I'm going to wrap things up, friends, at 2 hours and 47 minutes. I'll see you back in the morning, and we'll continue on this conversation. So don't go too far away, because there's all kinds of reasons to talk shit. All right, man? So don't let this ruin your moods, friends. Go out and enjoy the rest of your night. Go and troll somebody else's live chat, and I'll see you in the morning. Peace.